song. She's saying, ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. Ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. You've got one life to live, don't let it go. Can you let go of it all tonight? Or will you decide to push on through and ignore the words inside? Take a breath now, don't hold it in too long, 'cause you'll find you're missing out a last short little song. She's saying, ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. Ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. Honestly, try honesty, no. Just tell me what I want to hear, 'cause it could save us. Let me fly, I've got my hopes, but I can hardly see why I'm still chasing. It's not worth it for me anymore. Crashed and burned 100 times, I'm lost. I just can't let this go. Every last chance I had is gone, but I just can't let you know. I just can't let you know. But I just can't let you know. just can't let you
Where do you go when you're young, when you're restless, when you're fun, cause you're desperate? Oh, here they come for a chance, for adventure. What's your poison? What's your pleasure? Oh, my city, she never sleeps. My city, she never weeps. My city, she keeps me alive. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh, oh. Give it my city, my city. My city, my city. Where do you go when you're hot with a fever? Won't you scroll, but you won't leave her? Oh, here we are, all the freaks and believers, all the sweet neon dreamers. Oh, my city. She never sleeps. My city, she never weeps. My city, she keeps me alive. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh, oh. Give it my city, my city. My city, my city. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, my city, my city. Give it up for my city, running wild and looking pretty, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, my city, my city. go so fast, all tied up like a captive. I want you. Used to pay to my mind like standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I know my patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger.
Here we go. Sorry about the delay there, everyone. And right now, we are here in the Nightfall Friday tournament. Now, let me talk about the tournament a bit before we go through the picks and bans here, even though it is being run right now. You know what? No, I have enough time to talk about that, like in spectators, or maybe when a pause happens, because I know Majestic Kiwi has had connection issues before. But I hope we won't get too many pauses. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go with the picks and bans for now. We got Rise ban, got Morgana ban. I do like the Morgana ban. I'm not too sure about the Rise ban because Shadow has a good variety of mid lane picks. So I wouldn't try to just aim at one mid lane ban. I would probably at least aim at 2 bot lane bans or 2 top lane bans, or maybe even 2 jungle bans. But they're going a bit, you know, one ban here, one ban there, and especially the Trundle ban in the jungle. Now Trundle is a good ban, to be honest, in the jungle. So we are gonna hit up with the Sejuani on the first pick here for the side of Forsaken Rampage. So that is really good. Trundle does give Sejuani a pretty difficult time, but there are still many other junglers out there that can do about the same work. Maybe not the same wave clear or aggressiveness, especially with the Pillar of Ice. I think that's the most common. I think that's the most common threat when it comes to Trundle players is the Pillar of Ice. If you don't have flash, you're definitely gonna get caught up in that pillar, and you will definitely die, unless you're a mid laner, since it is the closest lane to the tower, I presume. But either way, getting rid of that Trundle is really nice. The Jhin, Graves, and the Camille is off the board. That's 280 carries and a top lane carry as well. The Camille is good, especially for Kitty Katarina. Katarina has been doing really well with carry top laners, so wouldn't be too surprised to see there. And then the Rakan and Xayah duo for the bot lane. That's a big pickup right there, which is what I was mentioning with the Rise ban. I would have gone Rakan and Morgana ban instead of the Rise and Morgana, because banning out the Rise from Shadow Mario, there's just so many champions. There's too many variations that Shadow can pick. That is not Rise as an option. So, you know, and even at that, like Sejuani probably doesn't have too many or too much troubles with the Rise in the mid lane. It could easily be ganked there, and then the Nunu is gonna be picked up here for the side of Sky. So that's really good. That's gonna be for Bishan. While Majestic Kiwi is going to have the Xayah, and the Rakan's going to go to Horizon. Now, we do have already the bot lane duo picked up here. Very mirrored kind of picks, except for the jungle. The jungle was picked first for Forsaken, and the jungle was picked last for Sky in the first phase of the picks and bans. We do have the Pyke and the Lucian combo. I do like that combination. You kind of want to be able to shred health or as fast as possible, basically. So, because you want to get that Pyke ultimate on the rails as soon as possible, and then on his way to just keep on getting more kills and kills. He doesn't actually build damage; he gets tankier, but you know, the more gold he gets, the higher reward is. I mean, he's gonna be able to build up items. He's gonna get his Moby boots as well, so he's gonna be able to roam a lot around towards the mid lane, or even that, just to go into the jungle and probably put up some wards there. The deep water dive is just, you know, it's just really, really strong I don't like it, but it's really strong. I can't even contest that. So there was an Aatrox ban, an R ban for the side of Sky, and then there is a Riven ban and a LeBlanc ban on the side of Forsaken. So that's gonna be a Yasuo. That's a possible Yasuo top, I believe. I've seen it before. They do feed a lot on that in the solo queue. If anyone plays solo queue and you see a Yasuo top, you just pray that this Yasuo that's playing the top side doesn't go 0 and 12 in the first 13 minutes. But either way, this is a team game, so we won't be seeing any 0-12 Yasuos anytime soon, or we won't even see anyone with 12 deaths, not even close, because of how much teamwork is revolved around these type of games, especially when it comes to getting the main objectives, pushing up the right waves, macroing, and also just completely dominating each other's jungle sides. Either way, Yasuo is picked up. It is a possible mid Yasuo, while Horizon is probably going to be picking up the top lane as to flex that last pick. Akali is picked up for Fluffy Buns. Renekton is going to go to Lods. And then Darius is going to go to Kitty Katarina. This is good here. So the Yasuo is going to go to Shadow Mario. Pike obviously is going to go to Renascore. Lucian's going to go to Misguided Trust. And then we got Narcolis on the Sejuani. So this is actually looking pretty good right now. It seems like both teams are playing pretty aggressive. I mean, there's a lot of front line, there's a lot of back line. I'm a bit confused already that Yasuo has not switched, or Kitty Katarina has not switched champions with Shadow right now. They're probably trolling me, because yeah, they are. I knew they were. They're trolling me. They know. Okay, they know absolutely that they are. I know absolutely that they are watching. So I'm 100% sure that is gonna be the Yasuo mid. You know, but I'm not the one breaking a sweat here. I'm just here to shoutcast. You guys want to play Yasuo top? You go for it. A Darius mid wouldn't be that bad though, because of the Akali Shroud. If the Akali Shrouds, the Shroud actually builds up like a donut. So there's a place that's not shrouded in the center, dead center of it, and it's just a whole circle of true stealth. Now Darius could actually sit in the middle of that and take a swing from his Q, and you know, Fluffy Buns can actually still be able to avoid the Q range because of the movement speed you get within the shroud. Or even that, you could just charge right on in, where Darius' handle side of the Q doesn't really develop too much damage, not even health back. So want to be able to hit targets outside of your range with the axe or with the sharp edge of the spin from the Q in order to do real damage and gain some health back. Either way, nothing aggressive on the top side. Normally I do see some diamond players on the solo queue who run Ignite on the top side and just completely dominate their top lane. So we're not going to see that, but everything, including some of their spells, is pretty much mirrored right now. So we will see 2 Ignites for both sides of the teams. We obviously need the Smite. Nunu is a bit of a problem. I'm not sure. I mean, what would you guys rather have? Would you guys rather have a Consume, or would you guys rather have the Permafrost? I mean, the Consume, with the rework of the Nunu, the Consume now hits onto champion. It doesn't hit that hard, but you know, it's still better than the way it worked before, where you couldn't use it, and then your only damage was Ice Blast, and then Blood Boil, and then Ground Zero. Is just, you know, it wasn't all that good, the kit. There was only like 1 or 2 attacks. Everything else was auto attack, which is not ideal for Nunu, who has 0 escapes. So you kind of want to avoid auto attacking as much as possible. More like an in and out kind of situation, or even trying to combo the Ground Zero ult with the Nunu. But either way, this Nunu rework, it's doing some work for sure. The Consume does damage to champions, still really good for clearing out the minion waves as well. And then he has 2 other abilities, the biggest snowball ever, and the snowball barrage, I believe, something like that. which is all very interesting. But I do like all around compositions, except for the top side. I think the top side, Kitty may have a little bit of favoritism here. Not too sure. Because, I mean, as much as I can judge, I want to see the results. It is always about players and how they play their game. It's not always about counters and, well, okay, counters have something to do a little bit of, you know, winning lane and winning game here and there. But it's not all about counters. I mean, people can get countered and the counter will still lose because of how the opposing team played around the map. And I've seen this before where Jace countered, got what Jace countered the champion. It was a long time ago. But basically what they did was they just camped Jace, because since he countered his lane, he's going to be pushed up on his lane. And then they denied him once, he comes back into the lane, they deny him twice, and then, you know, all of a sudden you're a champion that counters your opposing top laner, but you can't really counter too much if you're not really doing much, especially if you're 2 levels, 3 levels down. So right now, it is not the Premier League, by the way. We don't have an overlay for these Friday tournaments. They are bi-weekly, by the way. It is hosted by DXD Kiba. And yes, it is bi-weekly. DXD Kiba wants to try to keep going with bi-weekly Friday Nightfall tournaments as much as possible before his wallet empties out. But if you guys do like this tournament, I want to say give Kiba your props, guys. Tell him to give him your thanks for such a great night. I'm pretty sure it's Friday night out there. This is the beginning of the weekend, and I hope you all are having a great weekend so far. I mean, we've all been to school, we've all been to work, and it's pretty much the end of it. If work takes you into the weekends, then, you know, I wish you still have a good weekend, even if you're at work. Either way, everyone has fanned out here. Kitty Katarina, a little bit out from the fanning, though. Not really trying to support Bishan's red buff right now. Maybe just knowing 100% fully well that Kitty doesn't have to do too much of that sort right now. Doing pretty good, just holding off the lane. Wanted to actually get a 1v1 on Lods, but Lods is going to go the long way around to the top side right now. So, yeah, look at Kitty just dribbling. Make sure he doesn't travel, but either way, still wants to play aggressive against the Renekton on the 1v1. The Renekton's Q does not heal at all. Only Kitty Katarina's Q can heal, so I believe that's an advantage there. Bone Skewer is going to miss from Reniscore, and look at Lodge. He's taking up a lot of damage, and yeah, that's not the Q on the first level, I believe. Shadow has to be careful. Fluffy Buns is actually doing a lot of damage. There goes the Ignite and also the knockup from the Steel Tempest, but wonder if it's going to be enough. That's going to be Bone Skewer to pull back, and that's a great grand entrance there, but no follow-up at all. Still, Misguided Trust taking up a bit of damage there. Also, it seems like Bishan was down the mid. He is actually rolling the snowball in, trying to get the snowball on top of Fluffy Buns there, but just gonna have to let that ball grow on its own. There was no way to get in there, but there goes Reniscore. Great flash, and also Phantom Undertow on top of Horizon and Majestic Kiwi there for first blood. That was an insane play there from Reniscore, and by the way, I know Reniscore. He's a monster on the pike there. I mean, I wanted to say the same thing for Bishan. He's a monster on the Nunu, but we have monster plays here and champions on the Rift by players. So it's gonna get pretty intense right now. Ball's rolling here for Bishan. He wants to get this scuttle from... Oh yeah, he did get it actually. Juan's moving up. Loses out the scuttle. And actually, since Narcolis started bot side, he also might lose out the other scuttle too. So this sort of just already tells me that the Nunu definitely better wave clear than the Sinjuani, or at least on par, because Narcolis gonna try to fight that scuttle, but the only problem is where Kitty Katarina was on the Darius, was ready to help out Bishan on that 1v1 engage if Narcolis chose to dive in with the Arctic Assault, but decides not to, which is what is a great idea. You know, sometimes you want to give up some objectives in order to avoid getting killed. But yeah, I wouldn't be trying to feed off any lane at the moment here, and it seems like Bishan's gonna be on the bot side and win over the second scuttle. Now that is some hefty HP, mana back, and also Experience points as well. And Katarina is gonna go on a fight here, and that's a level 5 Lodge right there. He's gonna miss out the pull, and Lodge is gonna win out the 1v1 against Kitty Katarina there. That was very interesting. I did not even know Lodge was gonna level up there. So using that to his advantage, getting the rage bar up, getting the empowered Q damage and recovery of health, to also coincidentally get the level up as well. And look at this. This is a very aggressive dive here from Majestic, but that's gonna be a double Underman toe again. Phantom Undertow, and Horizon looking to be in big trouble. Bone Skewer is gonna miss. Great flash from Horizon to avoid getting pulled back there by the Pike. I'm wondering why they haven't gotten this Ocean Drake, but here comes the biggest snowball ever. It's gonna land onto Misguided Trust there, and that's Narcolis. He's going back in. Permafrost is stacked up there. Phantom Undertow is gonna land once again. Bishan in trouble. Is gonna have to be forced to flash out. Great grand entrance, but don't think Bishan is able to get back onto this fight. The Ignite is used up on top of Narcolis. Narcolis is still the target here, but Reniscore is gonna be able to zone out both Horizon and Bishan away. And Bishan's just gonna go back into his jungle, maybe clear out his jungle. He just used up the blast cone, or oh, he's actually gonna go steal the Raptors camp actually. But you know, Fluffy Buns, he's on top of this. He knows Bishan is there, but can Bishan make it out? Blast cone's gonna be used, and he's gonna deny the jump away, and there goes Fluffy Buns. He's coming in. Reniscore's on the backside, and Bishan gets caught out. What a play from Misguided Trust. Here goes Reniscore going back in. Phantom Undertow is going to land. Bone Skewer is going to push Majestic Kiwi onto the backside. It is not the Recon. There is no Battle Dance to get out, and definitely no flash at all to recover from that engage. And seems like Forsaken Rampage here, they have the early game so far. They are up by 1,400 gold at the moment. Seems like Kitty Katarina wants to take advantage. Bishan throwing pings down to the scuttle. Make sure he is able to get that scuttle without any sort of contestment from the side of the blue team right now for Forsaken. Shadow trying to get the knockup. Fluffy Buns is fighting, gets the Shroud, dodges the Steel Tempest, and Fluffy Buns is going to go back in. He's going to dodge the greatest snowball ever. He's going to get the flash over, and that is a great wind wall, but is it going to be good enough here? That's going to be the Permafrost for the stun. Narcolis has the Arctic Assault coming up very much soon, but not soon enough there to continue on that fight. Fluffy Buns has some better moves there on the mid. Shadow still has his ult. Horizons here down at the mid, soaking up some of that XP. Bone Skewer is going to go out. There goes up flash being forced from Kiwi. This is not looking so good. Kiwi cannot stay in lane, nor get experience, nor get anything at all. He's going to be stuck being level 4 for a while, and I know those kind of moments are not good at all. Logs is going to go for the 1v1 here, does use the ult. Get that extra health, start doing some damage around his surroundings, and Kiwi is taking up a lot of damage. There goes a pull from the Bone Skewer, and that's going to be a dive for the Phantom Undertow for a 2-man dive on, and that's going to be the ground zero as well. Fluffy Buns is ignited, but Bishan is going to decide to get the last hit for the kill there on top of Fluffy Buns, but either way, the bot lane is definitely in favor for Forsaken Rampage right now. Score has his level 6. Kiwi is still stuck as level 4, and this is going to be a dive down to the top side. That's going to be the Perfrost stacked up. The Glacial Prison on the follow-up, and Kitty Katarina can't move, can't throw his Q and get the heal, and not able to get away at all. Lockdown and out, I would say. There goes a Bone Skewer. It is going to miss. There's a lot of fighting going on the map right now. Top lane is being pressured for first tower of the game. Teleport is not available for Kitty Katarina. Bot lane is still fighting up here for the side of Forsaken Rampage. They want to keep on this pressure. Fluffy Buns avoiding the Shadow Tempest, but gets knocked up. The Airborne is not going to be followed up by the last breath, but either way, Fluffy Buns is still in this and wants to continue fighting on top of Shadow Mario. Shadow Mario, one more hit from death, and that is going to be a Kali that might be on the take in. Yes, he does. Fluffy Buns wins the 1v1 against Shadow Mario, which is already not looking too good when you already see the bot lane not doing so well. But there goes a great knockup, full-on combo. There goes the stun and the quickness as well. Score is about to get away. The deep water dive, though, for the escape there. That is what I hate about Pyke. Makes me so salty to see that. But, you know, the ghost water dive, still, I guess it's a great play. I'm not sure. But either way, Score has to be careful here. Bishan trying to develop the snowball. He's gonna hit the corner though. He hasn't figured out how to drift with that greatest snowball ever yet. Score is sticking around a bit too long here onto the bot side, and that's gonna be the snowball being racked up once again. And there goes the ultimate. The Bone Skewer not gonna do too much there, and it's gonna do the death from below or above, I mean, and wow, shutdown kill on top of Misguided Trust, and no, he doesn't go down, he picks up the double kill. Is it called death from above? Yes, it is, because he comes from above, down, and gets the kill, yeah. I gotta remember it that way, but either way, Misguided Trust able to pick up the double kill. Barely survives, by the way. The Triumph does a lot of work for him. He also has the bilge water for that extra lifesteal. Fluffy Buns actually almost has his gunfire so far. The gunblade, I mean. Snowball's gonna be rolled down. Score is here on the side. Bone Skewer is being charged up. Bishan is actually gonna dodge it there, but I don't think Forsaken Rampage is going to be able to hold off to this bot lane at all. Lods has to go back to the top side unless Fluffy Buns is going to rotate, but it looks like he is going to rotate so far. But either way, Misguided Trust is not going to be in the bot lane for that long at all. Still has very low health. The first tower on the bot side, barely low on health. So if the bot lane dies again, or at least Kiwi, if Majestic Kiwi dies, then there is no possible way that, and that 1v1 from Fluffy Buns, he's gonna get even more ahead than ever. Ryzen's gonna get picked off here, but not too much. Grand entrance, easy getaway. Lucian's down at the mid. Big snowball coming in, but Lucian's gonna be able to just dash away. Phantom Undertow is gonna miss on top of Majestic Kiwi, but either way, Score is not going to give up on this chase just yet, but I believe that Featherstorm is going to pretty much pull Score off this time around. Narcolis getting the damage there. Lods is on the backside. There goes the snowball being channeled by Bishan. That's a great Phantom Undertow. That's going to be a Glacial Prison whip. Ground Zero at max damage and hit Lods for a ton of damage, but not enough for the kill. But just Kiwi trying to get away. Here comes Kitty Katarina with the teleport. Finishes actually. There goes the Steel Tempest for the knockup. Gets it on top of Misguided Trust for the shutdown gold. I will check how much that is, but right now I believe this fight is still underway. There goes Narcolis. He's trying to get back onto his side of the map, but does not look like Sky is gonna let him go at all. Fluffy Buns stuck to just being on the sidelines to watch his teammates die. But either way, Lodge is still here on the bot side. Fluffy Buns has just made it into the lane. Probably gonna go for the lane get. Score gonna try to get that ward taken out. That's Bishan with the greatest snowball, biggest snowball ever on the miss. Katarina gonna regroup here. Score is looking for a pick. I'm not sure if this is actually a good time or not. Horizon does not have all, but the grand entrance is still a great way to get the knockup. Score still looking for targets here. He's not too afraid if he gets knocked up at all. He still has the Ghost Water dive. Question mark ping. I believe that's because Kitty Katarina can't go bot at all. Huge wave onto the top side for the tier 2 tower. Lodge has no threat onto the bot side at all, and I believe he's going to be able to get this tier 1 bot tower for his team. Oh, here comes Bishan and Shadow Mario. Seeing Lodge is alone. Biggest snowball arrow ever is going to be casted on. Bishan is stuck. He just got pincered here by the entire team of Sky, and that's going to be a shutdown kill, but going to Majestic Kiwi, which is much needed, to be honest there. 67 farm, was low on levels. Able to get a shutdown kill. I didn't actually check. So, still pretty good amount of gold. That's like 750. So, total of 1400 was picked up here from the side of Sky. But either way, still gold advantage goes to the side of Forsaken Rampage. Bishan's gonna miss. That's a ton of damage as well, but that can be the grand entrance and the Featherstorm as well. But there goes Reniscore though. He's gonna get the finish, the kill off, but doesn't really give him too much credit there. But either way, Majestic Kiwi is gonna get the double kill. Lodge is pinging that he is gonna go there, so we might see another engage here. Shadow Mario does have flash. Lodge does not have flash. The permafrosts are actually developed here, and that's going to be the Featherstorm from Kiwi, and it looks like it's not going to be enough. It's going to be shut down. Shadow Mario's going to be forced to back away with that flash, but maybe he should have walked back a little bit for Horizon's Battle Dance, but seems like he doesn't want to risk dying himself. He does have the chance to defend the mid, but he's going to choose to just go back either way. He did hit the waves a little bit on his way. Snowball's going in. Bishan's going for a full AP build on the Nunu, which is just about fine to do so, only because Nunu gets way more health from the Q now. And let me see what Bishan actually maxes out. He maxed out Consume. The Consume actually doing... Hold on, let me make sure it's just on Bishan right now. Deals 220 plus 92 and 8. I'm guessing the red is the health, right? And then heals for... Oh man, that's a lot of health. That's like almost 200 health on the heal there. So, lots of AP on the Nunu. Better sustain. There's not too many stuns or snares on the side of Rampage. Rampage just has a full combo that they have to use only once on top of their target. And I don't know if they will actually pick off Bishan, because there's higher priority targets that should be taken out, such as the Zaya, the Yasuo, and the Darius. But the Darius could also be second to last right next to Bishan. There goes the Bone Skewer, is actually going to go out. Fluffy Buns does a little bit of damage, but Horizon's not going to take too much of that damage at all. It is 19-9 on the board, but Sky is fighting back. They don't have any towers yet, but... I mean, I've seen worse situations, but Bone Skewer is going to go down. Phantom Undertow is going to land. That's going to be the quickness as well being used up. Fluffy Buns on the backside gets hit up by the Grand Entrance, and that death from above wasted from Reniscore trying to get the kill. But either way, I mean, it's a good attempt, but I believe they should be a bit more coordinated on the side of Forsaken Rampage there with the death from above. Rift Herald is available. Fluffy Buns is on the top side. Reniscore might be able to clear up this wave. Gonna get spotted out here by Kitty Katarina, but Kitty does not care at all. But here comes Bishan though, coming on the mid lane. Misguided Trust is gonna see Bishan right now. Lodge is gonna 1v1 Shadow. Shadow's gonna get the knock up. No follow with the last breath. Rift Herald is gonna go for Forsaken Rampage right now, and that's a good flash from Lodge. I thought he was not gonna do that, but he does it anyway. Shadow did not have flash at all, but that does not matter. Lodge is able to get the kill on top of Shadow there, and also because Shadow is dead, that forces bot lane from Sky to come down to the bot side to defend the tier 2 tower, which this is a possible tier 1 mid take here. Misguided Trust has to be careful. A lot of pressure here down at the mid lane. Think too much is gonna happen here. There goes a Bone Skewer being charged up. It's gonna miss on Horizon, but is that really the target that you want to pull on as well? That's a good pick. There goes a Herald. Herald is gonna be summoned here onto the mid side. There goes a Bone Skewer. He's not gonna pick up on anyone. Lodge is on the backside. Tries to get the stun on top of the top of the Zaya there, but there goes the ground zero from Bishan. He wants to do as much damage as possible, but it's not good enough. Death from above. He's gonna pick up on one. No one's paying attention to the rift right now as everyone's being chased down from Forsaken. That's gonna be a great Arctic Assault to avoid the knockup from the Steel Tempest proc. But either way, still a really good team fight there. Go ahead and check on to see what the rift is doing. The rift has done its damage so far. This tower is down to 934 health, I believe. I will go ahead and check on this Nunu damage because since he's going full AP, so right now it does 925 and fully charged, it does another extra 566. And he also gets a shield too. That's pretty insane. I did not know Nunu got a shield from that. But his biggest snowball ever already does 600 damage. That doesn't matter. Q, once again, almost there for 200. Lifesteal back on an instant. What's the cooldown on it actually? 7.2 second cooldown. Rinskor still on the front. He has his Moby boots like I mentioned before when he gets ahead, and he's also has the armor too, so he has a little bit of sustain. Seems like Forsaken Rampage is going to start up this Baron, and we got to be careful here because this Baron is what also can change the game up as well. That's going to be a Bone Skewer over the wall as well, and Horizon gets caught up. No follow-up from Sky. That teleport cannot be canceled out because the rest of the team from Sky are following up here. Lots is on the front, and that is Kitty Katarina going to get taken out instantly, and Bishan trying to do the best he can, but gets taken out. Kiwi not even able to escape. That's the death from above for the execution, and the Baron is going to be taken up here for Forsaken Rampage. And right now, no one is able to contest. There is still one person alive, which is Shadow Mario. Rediscord is going to get the pullback. There goes the Phantom Undertow, and also the death from above, but that's not the execution damage. But the Misguided Trust is the one that's going to pick up the kill there. But either way, this game has just gotten real. So far, this game just got real, even for the side of Sky. So we might see a potential game 3. I do know Sky, some of their teammates for sure. Maybe most of them actually. Maybe most of them. And man, that is crazy. Here we go. Rinskor on the front has the Oracle's Lance, gonna start sweeping up some of that vision, but Lux though, he's doing a lot of damage on top of Bishan. He's gonna be forced to back away, and what I thought was supposed to be a dominant champion on the laning phase and the battle phase and every single phase from the Nunu, it's actually the Renekton and the Sinjuani that's being so dominant. And actually mostly everyone here seems like Misguided Trust is alone down in the mid lane. Seems like yeah, Sky wants to pull the trigger here. Shadow gets the great airborne knockup, and that's going to be the grand entrance miss, but that is the quickness as well. Trying to get the follow-up. Where's the rest of his team from Forsaken Rampage? That's going to be the pullback from the Bone Skewer. Great block. Glacial brings it over the wall. Kiwi is going to get away barely with his life, but that's still death from above on top of 2, on top of 3, but the third one's not going to count. Shadow Mario still gets taken out. Red score is going to go away. The pass that built up the health, and the only sole survivor is Kitty Katarina. Not able to do anything here, but still, Fluffy Buns and Red score on the chase on top of Kitty Katarina, making sure to see where that Kitty is gonna go. So far, Darius though, trying to get the reset, trying to escape, but Red Score is not gonna allow that at all. The pullback, not gonna land. Bone Skewer is available, but there is no damage from anyone right now. I don't think Red Score can win this 1v1, but as long as he doesn't go back to base, there is no protection for the inhibitor here. Inhibitor gets taken down for the side of Forsaken Rampage. Or takes down the inhibitor, my bad. And now, Guy has to try to get back into the game here with one inhib down, which is the mid inhib, which is, yeah, it's like the mid inhibitor down isn't that bad. The minions come in, it doesn't really develop. They do come in pretty fast, but since it's the quickest lane, you can actually get there in no matter in good amount of time to clear anything and everything when on how the minions are developed. Right now, Majestic Kiwi is going to take up the first chunk of that minions. Don't think Kiwi is strong enough to take down these siege minions yet. Red Score is going to try to get the Phantom Undertow. There goes the Bone Skewer. He's going to land on top of Kitty right now, and Fluffy Buns is going to most likely kill Kitty here. Legendary stats right now. 11-1 on the Akali, 9-4 on the Lucian, and 6-2 for Lodge. But Red Score with a huge lead here between supports has a 7-3 lead with the Guardian Angels developed. Now, seems like Shadow is going to have to try to 1v1 Lods here onto the bot side, while 4-man are pushing strong here for the side of Forsaken Rampage onto the top side here, while the minions at the mid are going to start developing here, as these super minions cannot be cleared up by their own AD carry. They would have to send Shadow, Mario, or Bishan to the mid to try to clear up all that siege minion. Misguided Trust has to be careful here. Seems like everyone's trying to jump in on this, but Kiwi is the one that's going to get caught out here and is going to get killed off, and that is going to be the grand entrance and the quickness being used up, but it lands on no one here, but still gets on in, and that's going to be Bishan on the backside, going to try to kill Misguided Trust, but Misguided Trust does not die, and that is going to be Kitty that's going to get taken out here. And the only one alive is Horizon, but I don't think Horizon can do anything. He's just a recon. 9 AP, does have that convergence, but that does nothing of damage here. He has to stop this unstoppable force from Fluffy Buns and Lodge. Lodge is very much huge here. I don't know where the heck the Lucian is. Should be focusing onto this Nexus right now from the red team, and I believe this is game number 1 heading to Forsaken Rampage. That was a good game 1. So I don't have too much to talk about, and since I'm solo casting, I kind of want to take a rest here. But either way, it was a great game. Game number 1. We'll go on a quick intermission as we head up to game number 2. But before I do that, these tournaments are bi-weekly on Friday, hosted by DXD Kiba, on the Skyfall Discord channel. So if you don't have Skyfall on your Discord, or you don't have Skyfall's Discord, then go ahead and join. I mean, Discord is free to install for those of you that don't know what Discord is. And joining channels and making servers, that's also free. So you can join our server for free. Hit up on that general chat. Wait up for announcements on these bi-weekly Friday tournaments. These are cash prizes, by the way. It's not a lot, but it's something. It's something. Teams are unlimited, I believe. until Kiba decides that there is a limit. But so far there are no limit to what teams or who can enter into the game. It's all elos welcome as well. We are not done for tonight though. It is a best of 3, so hang back and sit tight. Don't go anywhere. We will be back.
Burned me once or twice, I expect them. I just wanna know what your truth is. Will you be the one to break me out of this? I want you all to myself. Don't wanna share you with nobody else. So give me something to believe. Will you promise me? Will you promise me? So give me something to believe. Will you promise me? Will you promise me? Will you promise me? I just wanna. Everybody now. Oh yeah. Stop your feet. I just wanna. Stop your feet. Everybody now. Stop your feet. I just wanna. Oh yeah. Oh, oh yeah. Oh no. Stop your feet. Everybody now. Stop your feet. I just wanna. Oh yeah. Oh, stop your feet. Oh no. Everybody now. Your feet. Your feet. Your feet. Your feet. Oh yeah. Everybody now.
And we are back in business here. So for those of you that are sticking around, I'd like to thank you so much for much love, by the way, much love for sticking around watching these games so far. It is on an awkward day. Normally Nightfall runs between much as possible. I mean, we try to get games every Monday through Friday, but right now I believe it's Monday through Thursday at least, or whatever games are scheduled before them. Thank you all for joining in and for staying up as well to watch our stream. Much appreciated here from the Nightfall organization. And this is actually a lovely event to be in today, right now. I mean, you're sitting there watching and thinking, man, I want to join this. It is every bi-weekly Friday. You can join. It's free, and there's prize money at the end. Bring in anyone that you can that you want. You can even bring in a bronze player. Thank you for Quadra for being here, by the way. Shout out to Quadra. Thank you for being here, buddy. if you're sitting there and you play League of Legends, you know, think about joining us in the next 2 weeks on Friday. It would be awesome to have you guys, guys and girls, ladies, gentlemen, yeah, to come in, join us, have fun, you know, have fun. Everything is single elimination all the way till this games right here, which are the finals. Final games are best of 3. Now, I like that Forsaken Rampage, they took my advice. They did 2 mid lane bans automatically here. 1 support ban, which is fine, you know, as long as you don't do 1 mid lane ban, you kind of want to not off balance yourself there. Either, you know, you ban more than 1 on the mid lane on the first phase, or you don't. So, I mean, unless there's a ridiculous, like, mid laner that you gotta ban because of some patch notes or whatever, then that's fine. That's fine to do right now. But either way, we do have the Renekton banned away from Lods. We do have the Pike banned away from Reniscore, and Graves banned out. I believe that, yeah, the Graves was banned out, so I'm guessing that's a narc list, so he doesn't get to play Graves in the jungle. And then we got the Ryze banned out, Morgana and LeBlanc away from Shadow Mario. Not the Morgana, but the LeBlanc and the Ryze for sure. The Fiora is going to go up to Katarina. It's going to be amazing. Shadow Mario is going to want to get redemption on the Yasuo this time around. Or maybe, yeah, I mean, redemption on the Yasuo. Oh, Syndra, please lock in Syndra, and you do, right as I said it. That, I want to see Shadow Mario Syndra right now. It's so good. I mean, I believe that's how they made it to the finals right now, because of the Syndra pick and the Nunu pick as well from the side of Sky. But either way, Forsaken Rampage, they've gotten here with a variety of champions, but Trundle's one of them actually. So the Trundle is in, but you know, it's not an automatic win. It's just such a comfortable pick for Narcolet. And then the Aatrox is pretty strong. I'm not sure how Aatrox matches up with the Fiora, only because Aatrox was actually picked first, and Katarina decided to have the Fiora on the top side. So, you know, noticing your top lane, your opposing top laner pick already, and that you are going to fight them. So right now, everything's all up to the bot lane. So Soraka's going to get banned out, obviously. Soraka heals are pretty strong. And by the way, if you haven't joined our Discord, you could scroll down a little bit here. Don't worry about the watching the stream. The stream will pop up to your bottom left corner. Twitch have fixed it, so you're not going to miss a thing. But there is a Discord link there. Visit our website or go to our YouTube. We got some VODs there on YouTube. I'm not sure montages, but definitely some VODs there of games. Now, task at hand, Kai'Sa gets banned out, which is interesting. I haven't seen that many Kai'Sa. I did see on the LCS though, the pentakill Kai'Sa, by the way, for Sven. It wasn't as awesome though. I don't know. Any LCS fans out there? I don't know. I don't think it was that awesome, because they were just so dominated that, honestly, like, you know, they had way more items, they had way more damage. It's like, it was an easy penta. It wasn't all that stressful for Sven there. But either way, pentakill's a pentakill. So we got Lucian banned out, we got Jhin banned out. So seems like Forsaken definitely wanted to get at least one more support ban, which is Soraka, which is actually a really good ban. I would not like to have a Soraka in my lane. She just does damage, silence, snares, and heals, and also heals again, by the way. So I don't want that at all either. But either way, seems like the Majestic Kiwi is going to probably go for the Caitlyn pick. I do like the Caitlyn pick here, and the Braum has to be the follow-up for sure. I didn't get to say Braum, but I had a feeling it's going to be Caitlyn Braum. That's such a hard dual lane to play against. I mean, you got to deal with, I mean, even if you try to pick on Braum, he's just going to use Unbreakable. He's just going to go stand behind me on the Caitlyn, and he's free. He's free as a bird. The Caitlyn, a bit slow, but does have a couple escapes. 9 caliber net, has traps, could flash, by the way, to summon her spell. And I just like the range attacks though, because on the composition that Sky's running, they have all-in composition. Caitlyn, you know, it's going to be slow, but it's going to be safe on the backside, getting away from the Aatrox, getting away from the Trundle. Ahri's not that, it's not going to be that easy to get away from, but either way, still going to be good. We are not on an intermission. I do want to say that I am sad right now. Shadow Mario got disconnected. Oh man. Disconnected for Shadow Mario. Oh man, this is it's like an episode of Stranger Things right now. Gotta go back into a different universe or multiverse, or wait, what was it? Man, I gotta go see that television series again. It's a good television series. I like it. Season 3 is coming out soon, I bet. They're coming out soon too because they don't want the kids to get old. Like, they don't want the kids to get old. Yes, yes. Okay, they don't need my ready up. I love you guys. You guys don't need my ready up. You guys know I'm ready. It's just so sad to have to watch all the picks and bans again because I sort of ran out of things to say. But I'm just going to wing it. I'm going to do it, guys. Okay? You guys are here to support me. I'm here to support you. MercuryCon, thank you for joining us here on Twitch chat, by the way, or joining us on the stream. Ah, okay, okay. Oh, that's Kiba, guys. Kiba underscore lol on the Twitch chat. That's the person running it, giving away the prize pool, hosting these bi-weekly tournaments every 2 weeks on Friday, every second week on a Friday. So after today, just count, don't count the next Friday, but the Friday after that, Kiba will be hosting another one of these. Give him your thanks and your love, everyone. Kiba is he doesn't have to do this, but he does it because he loves you guys. He loves you guys. And I didn't have to be here because I love you guys too, so I wanted to be here too. A great opportunity to be here. Get some shoutcasting games in. Have some fun. Single elimination tournament all the way to the finals where it's a best of 3. Great games, great games. Oh yeah. You're here for Luke and Sky Horizon. Which one is Luke, Mercury? Luke is the Majestic Kiwi? Oh, same person. Okay. Alright, so far, these picks and bans are going really quick. Like I said before, I kind of lost. I didn't lose all interest. They kind of don't have too much to say. And I'm solo casting, by the way, so I kind of want to save my energy as well because I 100% guarantee that I know, and this is a great feeling from me, that this is going to be going to a 3rd game. And honestly, this is great practice for tournament draft mode for teams out there. I know there's Battlefy, but Battlefy, it's a little offsetting, I mean, you just join the Discord and you really don't commute with those communities at all. You're just like, when's the next battle fight? And but the Nightfall, you can get in touch with us. There are tournament leagues. We got leagues within the leagues and the orgs, and they get run by seasons. So you can join up with the team, and it is affordable too to join up with Nightfall. It's affordable. Kiba, I don't know if there's some that are free to join. I'm not sure, but Nightfall is definitely affordable. Get to talk with the community as well. General chat. Hit me up as well if you want. If you have any questions about shoutcasting or anything else that is not shoutcasting, or if you want to play with a shoutcaster, yeah. Yeah, the Chrome League was free this season. So great community. They run leagues, they run orgs, they have shoutcasters, and they have shoutcasters, producers. They have all kinds of stuff. So, if you can't afford it, then, there's some free stuff out there. Become a free agent too. So don't just feel left out. Become a free agent, and then every once in a while, in-houses. This is not like an in-house. This is like just sort of. Some of these players are actually players from actual teams too. They're not. Um, it's not really forcing actual teams to come in and join. Just form a team with friends and people that you met in the Nightfall league. Oh yeah, yeah. I've been gone for a while, Kiba. Yeah, I'm back though, sorta. But definitely, I actually know both sides of the teams. This is actually beautiful for me right now to cast today's game when the people behind the computer on both sides of the team. I know both of these teams. Except I got Narcolis names wrong like 3 times because he did a name change and I was like, wait a minute, aren't you this person? Wait, this person? And then I gave up. I didn't even go for like third time the charm. And he finally told me who he was, and I felt bad. And I was like, oh man, well, you know, you gotta stop changing your name too. Come on, dude. Like I want to remember all of you. You guys keep changing your name. It's like changing your phone number, and then you don't text me your new number, kind of thing. But either way, it's really great to be here with some notable, notable names, faces, and also the great community of Nightfall as well. So we got one more minute for the spectator delay. I think I do have a couple more words. I did mention on the Trundle that the main reason why you want to pick the Trundle jungle is just because you get the frozen domain, gives you attack speed, gives you increased lifesteal as well, but that's only when minions die. Your passive gets a bonus. But the other thing that you mainly get the Trundle is not just to shred the tanks. It's not the ult, the subjugant. That's a plus. But it's the Pillar of Ice. It doesn't do damage, but it builds a terrain that blocks and slows. So the Syndra right now with Shadow Mario, I believe Shadow Mario is under a big threat here. If Shadow Mario gets his flash blown out early game, I'm expecting Narcolis coming in through the mid lane, try to get the gank on Shadow. If he lands a great Pillar of Ice, then for the setup of Fluffy Bun's charm, obvious, then that is just an easy steal. And also, it's gonna mark the death and the grave for Shadow. Just gonna deliver the nail to the coffin there. But either way, like Shadow is in trouble here because of the Trundle. Trundle, such a strong champion. My Spotify died. Oh my gosh. Hold on, because this thing's dead. It causes computer problems. Go. Boom. All right, so Sky. Wait, who said boom? Oh, obviously. Okay, so Sky said boom. What boom means is the internet blew up, and internet or bug splat. I'm not sure. Something happens though. We got Sky on the blue side. Tournament wise, whoever is on top has to go red side first. So yeah, so Sky had to go red side. And then now Sky is on the blue side, which brings up more options, by the way. Nunu is actually a lot stronger on the blue side, to be honest. I mean, it's not open for the dragon, but that doesn't matter because it's open for the lanes to get ganks, for sure, like from the blue side. It's just better. Because if you think about it, look at the bot lane. Bishan has to come in from the jungle or through the lane. But Bishan can actually just cut through the tri-brush on the bot side and then get the gank. That's a shorter path than coming in from the lane or coming around your own tri side to get the gank through the river. Oh my god, dude, this cowbell, get out of here. I'm just gonna focus on Narcolis. I'm going to the top side. I'm trying to avoid the cowbell. Not a beautiful sound, I'll tell you that. Look at this, Kitty Katarina again, going for the 1v1. Lars is gonna be in big trouble here. That true damage from Katarina. Oh, I lagged there a bit. Katarina's taking up a lot of damage, but still gets killed off. A 1-for-1 trade there, but Kitty Katarina still gets a little bit of that gold bonus as well. That was actually a perfect time to be locked on to Lods there for the fight. Actually got to see that go down. There goes a big snowball, level 1 gank. Fluffy Buns forced that flash early game. Oh, that is just... That's a nasty play from Nunu, getting that early flash from Fluffy Buns. I believe they're fighting. Nope, seems like Bishan has to avoid that fight. Ignite is being used up here. Shadow Mario has to be careful. That tower shot almost gets the kill. The biggest snowball ever can be released, by the way. You just throw the snowball, or not throwing the snowball. Snowball just rolls out and away. Odds. Okay, now I see the Fiora and Aatrox matchup, and Kitty Katarina gonna put up so much pressure on Lods right now. I believe he's gonna be up for the bot lane and the mid lane for sure here. For the side of Forsaken Rampage. The twin daggers go out for a little bit more damage. Lods has to be careful. He's level 2. I feel like Fiora is gonna get an insane XP level. Like Fiora's gonna be level 7 and Lods gonna be level 5 or 4. Whatever happens, I believe it's gonna happen. Whatever that's going to happen, I believe is gonna happen. Gonna exist for sure, because Kitty Katarina plays really aggressive. Narcolis has to be onto the top side when Kitty Katarina plays aggressive, and if he's not there and somewhere else, then yeah, that's gonna be a big problem there for Lods. And if it's a big problem for Lods, it's gonna weigh the team down at the same time. Don't want your laner, especially your top laner, to go bad at all. You want her to be safe. And Kitty is doing a well job of knowing when to play passive aggressive here. Seems like Narcolis is trying to sneak up onto the top side here. I believe he actually did. Just gonna start casting that home base right now. Gets stunned up there, but Lots is still in big trouble there. That's gonna be the Pillar of Ice, but it's not really there. Lots is gonna turn around. Narclis gets the kill. Just one more tower shot, but it's not gonna be there. Narclis is gonna get away. And safe at that, but speaking of safe, Fluffy Buns isn't not safe. He's gonna get snared up here by Nunu, and that is gonna be a kill for Shadow Mario. What I said was Shadow Mario was gonna have troubles, but it's actually Lodge that's having troubles, and Fluffy Buns is the one is in danger of ganks in the mid. Everything is so opposite of what I say. It's Caster's Curse. But I gotta say some things though. Ishan. Yeah, it's a little bit awkward. There goes the Snow Barrage. Snowball Barrage. I was right the first time. It is called Snowball Barrage. Oh, wait a minute. This is Narclis on the bot side right now. And Renscore is going to hit Horizon towards the back. Narclis is going to get ignited. The auto attack curved, actually, right on top of Renscore. Pretty sure Kiwi wanted to get the last hit for the concussive blow proc from Horizon's passive. Okay, Inferno Chains. It's also counted as a CC, so the parry would definitely land the stun there. Oh, Kitty Katarina is actually dangerously low. Has to be careful. By the way, Kitty is not the 2 levels above that I thought he would. He or she. Oh, Shadow has to be careful. Gets, yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to get away. Does use the Unleash Power and the Ignite, but it's just not good enough. Scatter the weak. That's what I was trying to say. Scatter the weak. Here comes the Snowball. It's gonna slam onto Fluffy Buns, but great charm at the same time. But is it gonna be good enough? There goes the root from Bishan. Ignite is gonna be used up. The Pillar of Ice is gonna be used over the wall. Narclis cannot enter that fight. Only because of how low his health is. World Ender is gonna proc there. The tower will destroy the passive proc from the ult. Score using the headbutt to get out of that mid. Inferno Chains. Not too much of a big deal there. Great parry from Kitty Katarina. Does not have the grand challenge, and Lods might have the advantage here. But it's gonna miss, and Kitty Katarina is still gonna get taken out there because of the Pillar of Ice from Narclis. Narclis does have the Subjugate. He's gonna use it for the health regain. I don't think it gives mana though. No Pillar of Ice, but that's going to be a lot of damage from the ground zero there, and Fluffy Buns has made it to the top side. Shutdown kill on top of Narclis, and Fluffy whiffs on the charm. He's going to have to flash for this. But here is the teleport from Kitty Katarina to the top side. Let's see if Kitty can get the lunges right towards Fluffy Buns here. Gonna hit onto one of the vital points. Grand challenge is not available. Great charm from Fluffy Buns, and last tower shot gets the kill on top of Kitty Katarina. Maybe a little bit of underestimation there from Kitty Katarina. The Grand Challenge is finally available. There goes Scatter the Weak to push off Lodge, but Lodge does not care. Infernal Chains is gonna whiff too. So there is no slow, no... I don't think Infernal Chain slows. But there is definitely no capture there. The Infernal Chains acts pretty much the same as a Gravity Field from the Victor. But I think it's better than Gravity Field. Because Gravity Field's a circle, that thing is like a huge cone. It's like the size of a swimming pool. Yui has to be careful here. Trundle is on the backside. He's going to get the chomp as well for the slow. There goes the flash. The stand beside me is not going to be available there. That is going to be the stuff for Renascore. No! He actually cancels it. The Ignite is going to be ticking on Renascore. That is actually the bad target to put it on. Going to be able to recover that health. Starts eating that potion of elixir. And we have a pause. Super Mario. Shadow Mario. Shadow Mario, not Super. Sorry, I totally messed up his name. Because his name's Mario, so I'm thinking about Mario 64. Classic, classic. Apparently there's speedruns and you can actually pass that game in like 13 minutes. I didn't even know. Take days on that game. But this is League of Legends, and even if Guy has only a mere 4 kills, they still have golds ahead, or a gold lead, because of how dominant they are in each and every lane. 99 farm on the Majestic Kiwi, to the 85 for Misguided Trust. The 78 farm for Shadow Mario against the 62 farm from Fluffy Buns. Obviously, if we're all looking at the same thing here, that's a strong 68 from B-Sean on the farming there against the 42 from Narcolet. And then the 64 farm for Kitty Katarina against the 45 on Lodge. So, yeah, that's all those lanes. I'm not counting support, okay? Supports have the relic shield. That does not matter. Okay, supports farming does not matter. And I don't mean completely doesn't matter. At least like 85% of it doesn't matter. If it's 35 minutes, then 85% of 350 just doesn't matter on the CS for support. But here comes that ball that is rolling up. Gonna get the hit on top of Misguided Trust, and he's still gonna get taken out here. But here comes the rest of the team from Forsaken Rampage as Fluffy Buns trying to get on it. Looks like Glacial Prison Fisher is gonna miss, but that does not matter. 1 kill goes for Renascore, another goes towards Narcolis, and the last kill goes for towards Fluffy Buns. Burrow Chains is gonna pull Kitty Katarina back, but the parry gonna be used right on time. It's gonna go back in though. Those vital points dealing those extra true damage. I don't think that's something you want to mess with right now. Dragon is also being taken by Narcolis. It is an Ocean Drake, by the way, so the Ocean Drake goes in favor for everyone. It's a miniature blue buff, so that's good. Shadow Mario seems like he might be getting caught out here. Does have Flash and Scatter of the Weak available. Fluffy Buns does not have his Flash nor his ult, but speaking of ult, the World Ender is going to be procced up here onto the tap side, and Katarina gonna pick up a fake death there on top of Lods. But definitely we'll be able to proc up all of the vital points there from the Grand Challenge. And here comes the big snowball for the kill there for B-Sean and Lods. He's just having a bad time up here onto the top side. Fluffy Buns going in, but the unleashed power though does a lot of damage, and Fluffy Buns bit more than he can chew. Misguided Trust is pretty much trying to escape lively here. That's gonna be the ult, and Majestic Kiwi gets the ace in the hole for the headshot, and that's a lot of damage from Bichon, but Shadow Mario is the one that's gonna pick up the kill there on top of Fluffy. Oh, on top of Renascore. Not Fluffy Buns. Fluffy Buns was already dead. You can't kill what's already dead. But Bichon gets the slow on Renascore. Renascore, I don't think he had flash. I mean, I do see that he has his flash up, but maybe not at that moment. But definitely, Bichon soaked up all of Renascore's health there with just the ult alone. How much does it do actually right now? It does 900 damage, and Renascore only has 1600 health. But that's because he went back and bought, so minus like what, 200? Yeah, I mean, yeah, he got hit hard. Got hit hard. Doesn't matter how you put it. We all saw his health just go from like 90% to pretty much 5%. And Shadow Mario didn't even have to use an ability. Like, his health was so low, it was enough for an auto attack. But here comes that ball rolling down onto the bot side. Misguided Trust is just out of position here. Renascore is also going to be forced to run out as well. There is no one from Forsaken Rampage that is trying to rotate down to the bot lane, as both Misguided Trust and Renascore is going to get taken out here. Kitty Katarina though, if they're jumping the bot, why don't we jump the top side? So here we go, Kitty. One last hit. Pillar Vice is not going to be enough. And that Umbro dash as well. There goes the charm over the wall, but the Scatter of the Weak has stunned Lods, and still Fluffy Buns wants to go in, wants to get the kill. I'm not sure he's going to be able to get it, but yes he does, but at a price of whose life? That is Fluffy Buns that's going to get taken out, and here comes that ground zero and sucking up or draining down the entire life of Lods of whatever was left over for the kill. And there goes the bot lane tier 1 tower taken for the Majestic Kiwi. Scuttle, that was a really fast Scuttle take. I mean, the consume, smite, and auto attack. Wow. Either way, the first time Bichon played the Nunu, which is the first game, it didn't work out that well. But now the Nunu is turning out so well. And I did mention before that Nunu is on the blue side where it's most dominant. Not as dominant on the red side, only because you're kind of forced to try to get the gank onto the top side. But, you know, the biggest snowball ever does so much damage to squishy targets, especially when you go all EP like what Bichon's going. He has the Runic Echoes, by the way. He has Runic Echoes. He has the Morello Malakon, and that's something you just want to avoid. You don't want to get hit hard. Tiamat, Ravenous Hydra, built up for Fiora there, for Kitty Katarina. Arclus maybe wants to go in, but no, he won't. So we got Cinderhulk built up for Nautilus, along with the Ages of the Legion, by the way. 30 armor, 30 magic. So he's going for a locket, or I know the Legions go somewhere else. I just don't really remember. Yes. Luden's Echoes for Ari on Fluffy Buns. Luden's Echoes as well for Shadow Mario, along with the Needlessly Large Rod. Storm Razors built up for the 80 carries. The only thing different is that the Zeal is built up along with the Berserker Graves. So the Caitlyn, only because they both start with... No, they don't start with a C. They don't start with a C. I'm getting confused with Katarina's name to the Katarina, the actual champion, is not on the Rift right now. But yeah, Caitlyn, Majestic Kiwi has Berserker Graves with the Zeal and the Storm Razor. He's so rich he can't even afford a health pot and a control ward. So actually, how rich is he? 6,400 gold with 600 in the bank, while Misguided Trust has 5,000 gold, 544 in the bank. So no one is close enough to the 1,000 gold besides Narcolis. But Narcolis wants to try to stay around in the jungle for as long as possible. But we do have a huge lead on Bishan though. He has 7,700 gold. He has the most gold in the game right now. Right next to Shadow Mario's Syndra. Which I did mention before in the game that I wanted to see Shadow Mario's Syndra. LeBlanc ban, Rise ban, Shadow Mario picks Syndra. Horizon gets the Windsur's Bite. This guy Trust might have to be careful here, but Horizon's gonna get the front. Glacial Fisher onto the backside. There goes Renascore, gets a great 3-man knockup. Blade Caller gets the snare on top of Shadow Mario, but still no effort at all. But here comes Lodge though. He wants to get back in. Those Infernal Chains is not gonna be enough. That's a great knockup as well. On top of Majestic, and Majestic might go down, but no, he has Flash. Shutdown kill on B-Shot. B-Shot almost takes out one. But it's not going to be able to continue that kill at all. Fluffy Buns almost gets out. Ace in the hole. Not going to get through two bodies. Either way, Sky, they might be able to get the re-engage here. That's Kitty Katarina hitting up the vital points. Scatter the weak, and now it's going to be Shadow Mario lobbing over one of the balls over the shoulder. Gets the kill. Kitty Katarina wants to go for more. I'm not sure if he or she can. Kitty's gonna have to try one of the other true damage dealers, but yes, Kitty's gonna go away. Scatter the weak lands off it too, and so is the orb as well, but it's not gonna be good enough. Seems like that is gonna be Majestic Kiwi that's gonna die here. Fluffy Bun's gonna go for the chase. There goes the flash and the kill, and also the Rift is being summoned from Narcolis for winning it over earlier, and that's gonna be the knock-up there from on top of Bishan for Renascore. Not gonna use the headbutt with this on cooldown, but it looks to be that it is gonna slam on top of this tower, which this camera is so focused on Narcolis, which is not bad, but yeah. Yes, I am, Quadra, always, every day, every second. And here we go. Oh, Bishan with the ground zero! It hits on all three members for the for Forsaken Rampage! That's gonna be the snowball barrage, and that is an easy triple kill pickup for Bishan! And while all that was going on, Narcolis still picks up the Ocean Drake. It is the second Ocean, but what about that triple kill? You don't want to give Bishan that triple kill at all. You don't want to give Nunu any other lead here. Nunu is on a 735, 9,600 gold. That is an insane. What can he get? What does he have actually? He has 2,250 gold incoming, by the way. And oh my god. Someone clip that. Please. Someone from the Nightfall Twitch chat. Can someone clip that all from Bishan and just post it on the Nightfall community? And if you don't get a chance to do it at the end of the stream, if the broadcast saves, you know, I'm going to go back and clip it myself. I want to see that again. Like, that wasn't that wasn't even funny. You know, I felt like I lost all of my health too just by watching. Lost all my health, my breath, everything, you know? The only thing I kept were my shoes. Oh man, that was insane. Hold on, there's an ability here. What names did I want to get? Spirit Rush. Oh, Orb of Deception. That's pretty cool. Oh, the Charm Lance. No follow. There goes Renascore. Headbutt, but no Pulverize combo. Orb of Deception goes out. Renascore is running away, but he gets ignited and killed off, and Bishan not going to be able to land a ground zero, but either way, here comes the fight here. Narclis is going to get taken out very much soon here. Kitty is on the backside trying to get the kill, but he's going to get taken out himself. The orb deception is going to miss. Shadow Mario trying to get the pick up there with the orb, but it's not going to be able to do so. But either way, seems like Sky has started up the Baron. Narclis is dead. Loz is on the bot side. Fluffy Buns is over the wall. Misguided Trust does not have his support, nor the Feather Storm available. And Unleashed Power is for Shadow Mario. But either way, Bichon stuck onto the bot side. That's going to be a charge on top of Kiwi. Kiwi has to be careful. The Orb of Deception is going to pick up the kill without even the return. But here comes Loz. Gets the Infernal Chains. And Bichon's going to get teleported back. Is he going to get killed off? And yes, World Ender gets the proc up. And that's a shutdown kill on top of Shadow Mario. And that's a double kill for Loz. Is this the Baron take for for Forsaken Rampage? Sorry, I forgot about their names already all of a sudden. I just meant Forsaken Rampage, so I can't remember their names entirely. But either way, that's 3 members down. No Bichon, no Shadow Mario. Horizon's back up, but he's barely running, and Caitlyn is not even in the jungle yet. And this is Kitty Katarina. He's gonna have to pull some strings here, make a few phone calls, because this Baron is gonna be taken up here for the Forsaken Rampage. They Rampage still in the pit. Kitty Katarina is gonna go in. Kiwi is gonna take a sneak peek, and that is gonna be a 3-man knockup. Loz is actually gonna secure the Baron here. Gonna be 1 kill onto Redder score. Here comes Bichon with the snowball, and Narclis is gonna get picked up, and Misguided Trust. I thought he didn't have flash, but yes he did. Goes over the wall, uses the blast cone, he is safe. But it seems like Sky wants to be able to at least pick up some more kills here. I believe Loz has to be careful. Here comes the biggest snowball you will ever see. Rolling up on top of Loz. Loz is going to get the Umbro dash over the wall. Going to avoid getting hit. Seems like Loz has to be careful here. Misguided Trust. Still here and alive and well. Snowball's gonna be thrown away. The minions is actually gonna block him because they are Baron minions. They create a wall. Just totally block that ability. Okay, Force of Will brings balls, and then the Dark Matter. Dark. Oh, Bichon's gonna start casting the ult. There goes the Feather Storm, but it's not gonna be good enough. Bichon's gonna get the kill. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't play Syndra. But I just read them carefully, so it's all good. Dark Spear, Force of Will, Scatter the Weak, Unleash Power. Oh, Loz. Be careful here. There goes the lunge. Gets the vital point. That's a good fear as well. And Kitty Katarina, so easy to get dove on here. Umbro dash. Go over the pillar of ice. Bichon is in that brush. Kitty Katarina has to be careful. There goes the knock-up. Headbutt is not used up just yet, but that's a great pillar as well. Ignite is going to be taken down. The Majestic Kiwi not getting hit at all, but here goes Loz changing his directional attack. There goes the flash over the wall. Night Caliber Net is not yet available, and that is going to be Fluffy Buns here with the Orb of Deception. It gets a shutdown kill and also a double at that, and Horizon is going to try to get away. He's one of the only members alive along with Shadow Mario, but Shadow Mario is nowhere to be found right now. Loz, he doesn't care. He gets the knock-up. Umbro dashes over the wall, lands it, and got to follow up, and that's going to be Red score for the kill, but who is stopping this mid lane push here from from Forsaken Rampage. That's it. It's gonna be a stomp through the mid lane. Still has the Baron buff. Could they take more than just this inhibitor down the mid? But no. Seems like Forsaken Rampage are just gonna go back to base. And Narclis, I believe he has eyes on that third Ocean Drake, because who wouldn't have eyes for a third Ocean Drake right now? You already have two. Might as well pick up the third. I actually want to see how much AP this Nunu still has. 1300 plus, by the way. 925, 1300 plus. That does over 2000. Don't matter. Biggest snowball ever does 1,200. Okay, my math is right. It's 1,100 and something. I want to say 1,200 though, just because. Oh, the heal is incredibly bad. Maybe get a spare visage or something for the heal? I'm not sure. Either way, Forsaken Rampage kind of mirrored since the last game as well. They also got Baron and then picked up the mid inhibitor. And Lodge is staying bot lane, and I believe he's macroing the bot lane. So Kitty Katarina understands dang well that Lodge is developing up a huge wave here for the push. But the question is, who wins on the 1v1 at this time of the game? I mean, level 16 Lodge, yes. Is it all hopes though? No. All hope is not giving up here for Kitty Katarina. Can still win the 1v1. I think the only problem is that if Kitty Katarina does not get the execution on Lodge, Lodge is gonna get a huge or redundant amount of recovery on his health because of the 3 Ocean Drake take. Oh, that's gonna be a stun onto Narclis. Big snowball ever down the mid to clear up the waves, and that, wow, a siege wave is just, it's got destroyed by snowball. Here we go. Big snowball on top of Narclis. Narclis does not take too much damage, does have the Abyssal, and that's gonna be, wow, the Force of Will. Gonna get the slow along with the Dark Spear, and the Dark Spear is doing more damage as well. Unleash Power is available, but that's Lodge on the backside. Rediscore has saved Shadow Mario from death, but who's saving Bichon? And that's gonna be Narclis. I mean, that's gonna be Bichon that's gonna go down. Shutdown kill for Rediscore as well. Killing spree for Fluffy Buns. Infernal Chains is gonna be casted on. Horizon gets brought up, but no one follows up on Lodge at all. That's gonna be the Orb of Deception with the charm, but it's not good enough. That's Misguided Trust for the Trusted Flash to get the kill on top of Shadow Mario. I believe Fluffy Buns can stay. He can stay. He has the 3 Ocean Drake. He's getting his mana back. He's getting his health back, and I believe Forsaken Rampage has to keep going and getting these objectives down. These towers has to go. They stayed way too long on the rift. 29 minutes in. Baron buff is up. Baron buff is up. Baron is up. Bichon's about to come back into color. Shadow Mario still has another 13 seconds, 12. And yeah, this is a Baron startup right now. Seems like Narclis was not down, but yes, they have to start this up. Lodge is not there, does not have flash. Rollander still on cooldown. Rediscore has already tracked down where the rest of the team here, and yes, seems like that's a great pillar right there to avoid Bichon's greatest snowball ever, biggest snowball ever. Not the greatest, it's okay. Huge wave at the bot side, by the way. Who is gonna take that huge wave? Lodge has to go down to the bot, or someone has to go down to the bot. Infernal Chains not gonna bring Horizon back. Inhibitor is spawning back soon. Misguided Trust is not there. Narcolis is, though, on the front by himself, and the charm is not going to do too much there. Glacial Fisher, not for the finish, though. Almost gets taken out. Lods has to go to the bot side. Someone has to go to the bot side, and it seems like that will be Misguided Trust that's going to go down to the bot side. Lods has to be careful. Great charm. Misguided Trust dodges the Scatter of the Weak over the wall from Mario. A lot of fight potential here. There's a lot of pressure, and I feel it on my shoulders as well. Big snowball ever is gonna get rolled into the Death Brush. Oh, that is super strong. You can get the snowball developed and just throw in that Death Brush and, like, you know, who's there? You know, basically. Oh man, why didn't I think of that? I might main Nunu after this game. Red score, getting dove on here. Narcolis is gonna get a great pillar of ice there, and Horizon, they're gonna be the target. World Ender still procced up. Here comes the biggest snowball ever, but it looks like, wow, this is a lot of damage here, and I think Lods is gonna die next. Wow, that's a great damage from Misguided Trust, but yeah, I think he choked. I choked too. I choked from casting there. Only one alive is Fluffy Buns. That's another person you can trust as well. Charm's gonna land. The heal's gonna be used up. Fluffy Buns is gonna fight Kiwi. Not sure if he's gonna get the kill. Kiwi's gonna be able to use the flash though, and oh, one more hit would have definitely gotten him, but seems like Horizon is the one that's gonna get the last hit on top of Fluffy Buns for the shutdown. Infernal Drake is available. Bishan has to go down to the Infernal in order to get it. But he is gonna get it. Consume does, wow, that's a lot of damage onto monsters. Does a ridiculous consume. 980 plus 255 plus 350. That's 580 plus 30. That's 320. Plus the 980, that's 1600 damage. That's insane. Don't know Jack? I will love that, please. I'm sweating out here. I need someone to sweat with me. But right now, not even I don't know Jack about this game if it's going to 3. Hells yeah. Right now I'm hyped up about this game. This game is a lot better than I thought, honestly. Like, Friday tournament, not an official Premier League or Chrome League or other league, what's it called? Not Bissell. What's the other league called? I already forgot. I don't know why. I already know why I even know Chrome League more than the other. Premier League, Crystal League, Crystal, and Chrome. Oh, Glacial Fisher on Lods. Lods gonna have to use World Ender. That's a huge Aatrox. Wow. A huge Aatrox. Yeah, it's Premier, Crystal, and then Chrome. Oh, Misguided Trust. Sorry. Misguided Trust, not Toast. Fluffy Buns trying to save face. Blade Collar, sure, gets the stun, but no follow-up at all. Towers are falling, and the next one that's gonna fall is the inhib here for the mid. And Sky is getting back into the game here. That's a ton of damage for Kitty Katarina, but maybe gonna get taken out here. Blade Collar was not used. Couldn't because of the middle of the parry. Shadow Mario on the side. It looks like Rampage has to back off here for now. Pulls back in. Ryzen has to be careful. 2 inhibs down on the side of Rampage right now. Forsaken Rampage. Man, Forsaken Rampage had a good run off the start, but late game, I gotta give it to Sky. I mean, nothing, and I mean nothing, is just working out for Forsaken Rampage right now. They can't go in. They can't even defend their own towers on the siege, only because of Caitlyn. Caitlyn and the amount of damage Bishan can pull out because of what he built. He's all AP. Renascore is feeling a lot less tankier now because of the Void Staffs being built up along with the Morale and Malakon. Great pillar. Oh, that Feather Storm had to be used. Big Snowball ever does a ton of damage. What did I say that how much it did? Big Snowball ever does 1,400 damage? Of course you would have to get a horse. I mean, of course you have to. Wow, Red Score, you get the 4-man knock up here. Horizon is gonna put up the Unbreakable. Great Glacial Fish is gonna stop onto 3 on the tracks of Forsaken, but Misguided Trust still picks up a couple of kills, but no one is gonna protect Misguided Trust. It is not possible. Kitty Katarina comes out of nowhere and picks up kills, and that is a triple. And definitely this is going to game number 3. And Bishan, what are you doing, man? You just missed your flash, but I don't think that even matters at the end here. Don't even look at my flash. You wish I didn't see your flash. You wish. I'm sitting here wanting to watch some good games, and oh my gosh, man. And then I see that flash. Why you pull those stunts, man? Why? Gotta go back to the League of Flash school. You don't know how to flash. Oh God. Someone help my boy out. Someone who knows how to flash in this game, please, please. Help my boy out, okay? He's struggling. He can't flash over thin walls. A wall could be as thin as paper, and Bishan will miss his flash. All right, so great game. We are definitely going to go to game number 3. Ironhog Gaming, thank you for joining us on our stream. DQR Gaming, hey, the boys are here. Thank you guys for joining Nightfall stream today. We're gonna go into game number 3. I'm gonna go ahead and hit on a quick intermission. So don't go anywhere. We will be back.
like a broken soul in a wonderland without angels. That is how I feel when the mirror shows me a stranger. Yeah. And I know they're just fragments of a world where your absence all I get to see. Take me back to the planet where you and I are still meant to be. 'Cause I'm incomplete when you ain't by my side, when you don't wake up next to me. Yeah, I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover up these empty sheets. 'Cause I'm incomplete. Yeah, I'm incomplete. Hey, 'cause I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover up these empty sheets. 'Cause I'm incomplete. At the crack of dawn, I imagine you waiting by my doorstep. But it won't be long before I realize it's a picture in my head, in my head.
Girl, you be my love, you be my other half. That's real. Know that I be missing you when we're apart. Yeah. Felt for you the second I laid eyes on you. I believe it was fate. Meeting you was written in the stars. Yeah. Real. Girl, you be my one, you be my own. Trust. Promise that I'll never leave you alone. Never. Said you be my lover and my home. So I'ma keep it real with you always. Said I'ma be there whenever you need me. Anything you want, I'll get it. Call me GD. Knew you were the one when you said you would ride for a brother, no matter the weather, and you never leave me. Baby, let us fly away without no delay. So where the sun be shining, we can take it easy. Just me and you and some incredible scenery. Yeah. In the night, I say your love, I know you feel me. In the night, when you can love, I know you feel me. Before I be without you, baby, it kills me. Yo, what I be looking for, I'm giving you the room, babe. Just say the word, and baby, by your side, I won't be. I was feeling empty, but now you feel me.
disappeared. Can you say that?
Alright, welcome back, guys. We're going straight into game 3 here, already hitting champ select. Got 1-1, looking for the game 3 get finished out here. We've got bans coming out from both sides pretty quickly. Rise, Nunu, and Fiora banned over on the side of Forsaken, FSR, and then Renekton, Pyke, and Graves taken away from Sky here. Looks like they don't want to see the Nunu again. Insta-lock on the Aatrox. Thinking about what they may want to take in return. Fiora taken away, so they won't be able to take that counter pick again. Nautilus. Possibly looking at a Nautilus support coming in from Horizon. Don't really see him too much as a top laner anymore. Nautilus Evelyn. Kind of a pocket pick coming in from Bashan here. See what FSR decides to take in response to the Eve pick. Hubbard and the Sejuani. Looks like that's a lock-in. Trundle not taken off the table, so Sejuani won't have that counter pick to be picked against her. I imagine we will see a support counter pick coming in here from FSR. Looks Hover in the Braum. Braum locked in for FSR. Braum into Nautilus. I imagine that is Nautilus support. Be surprised if it wasn't. Most likely we'll see the top lane pick here before they start banning them out. And we will see the 80 carry and mid laners for second round. Yep, Jax picked into the Aatrox. Not too sure about that matchup or how it goes. Not much of a top laner myself. Most likely be seeing a lot of mid lane or 80 carry bans coming out from each side. Lucian taken away by Sky here. Responded with a ban from Kai'Sa. Looks like we may just see quite a few 80 carry bans from both sides. Narrow at that pool a little bit. Jhin taken away from Misguided Trust. Prize is $75. And this is game 3, so this game determines the winner-take-all game.
They also earn a one-day date with MightyRai. Yeah.
$75 is nothing compared to that. That's the real price.
That is the real price, everyone. The real heart of the gold right there. That's the lottery ticket of all lottery tickets. A date with Rai. You can go anywhere but anywhere. Because I'm going to be telling you where to go.
Interesting Tristana pick here. Don't see Tristana too often anymore.
That guy missed a day because he's playing Magic. Nothing's wrong with Magic. Magic's good. You said Tristana was picked?
Yeah, Tristana walked in on the side of Sky, had 4 80 carry bans taken out, opted for the Tristana, and looks like FSR is going to respond with the Varus pick.
I like the Tristana pick. I've seen Kiwi carry hard with the Tristana, and that is exactly what they need for Sky. Sky, you know, they won the second game. It looked like they won by a landslide, but that was all the way until the late game. Like, late game definitely was on their side, but when it came to early game and mid game, they were so close to losing. Like, it could have happened, but it didn't happen. That's because Forsaken Rampage, they couldn't close out. I'm not saying they don't know how. I'm just saying that, you know, because of the recovery that Sky did in the mid game, helped out to lead themselves to the late game. So that's really good.
Interesting. That may be a yeah, that's what I was expecting. Got a bit of a client bug going here. The final pick, Sky Horizon, had his client bug out, looks like. So may have to remake that lobby.
No.
Yeah, client crash.
Luke, I am your bug splat. No.
This is I'll be curious to see. I imagine they'll keep the same picks all the way through till the end, since it was last pick.
Bishan, no spoiling. Don't tell us what the last pick is. we want things to talk about too. No.
That's true. I'm
Yeah.
surprised to see Swain slip all the way through till second to last round. Usually
Really?
that champion is the hot contest pick on first round for each side, but
Okay, if I remember, it's definitely not a Swain ADC or support or whatever. Definitely a Swain mid, right?
no, it's definitely Swain mid. The bot lane for FSR was Varus and Braum. FSR was Aatrox. I'm not remembering who their jungler is off the top of my head, but I know that they had Aatrox, Sejuani, Swain, Varus, Braum, top to bot, and then we had everything but mid lane for Sky. They had Jax top, Eve jungle, no mid laner, and then Tristana, Nautilus for bot lane. And we're right back out again. Looks like somebody might have been typing when we dropped in, or trying to type.
You know, I told you that my room was hot, right? I bought this $60, $70 fan, Vornado, that's what it's called. The little fan is called Vornado. And it, I had it in front of my computer, and I didn't know it was off. So,
Yikes.
and then I was all like, I'm so stupid, I didn't turn it on. And then it was on, but it's broken. So now, I'm not just so stupid, I'm also so poor now. And so hot. I'm 3 things right now. Gosh. Caster's too low. Wait, what? Please, I formally apologize for casters being too low.
Maybe we can get us turned up. If I am too low as well, I can turn my volume up on this end.
You know what?
If I need to.
I want you to higher up your volume, or I mean,
All
not
right.
higher. No, don't do it. You're gonna ear blast me. Hold on. That's not what I meant. I'm pretty sure you're on the Twitch, right? Are you on the Twitch?
I am.
All right, turn that audio on and let me know. Because if I do it, we're gonna hear echo. But if you do it, you can actually see and hear the audio test here. It's probably just the music. The music could be too loud.
Yeah, I think it's just the music. I think once the music cuts out, it'll be a little better.
No, I can reduce it. There, is it better?
Let's see. Gotta get past that delay.
Delay. Oh, it's like a 10-second delay.
Oh yeah, that's a lot better.
All right, it's just okay. The music can be a bit confusing because it shows like the music is half of our voices, but audio quality is essential. Like our better audio quality means higher input or output. Yeah, higher output. So I can't tell, like the music quality is always different when I get them. So I had to put him to the test always. And that's a Syndra mid, by the way. That was going to be the last pick for Sky before the crash.
Looks that way. So we got the matchup. Have to see how that one turns out. I imagine that one is a little bit partial towards the Syndra, but haven't watched it play out before. Syndra not too popular of a pick, though she has risen up a little bit since her buffs recently.
Oh, the Tristana I was talking about. Kiwi did amazing work with Tristana. I've seen it only once. So I think Tristana is like one of those not pocket picks, because I've seen Double Lift play Tristana too, and you know it's just a really strong champion right now because of the patch, the latest patch update.
Yeah, she's definitely gotten a little bit of love. The crit 80 carry items have gotten a little bit of love over the last couple of patches. See how that ends up. Curious to see how she fares against the Varus, because Varus can be a bit of a lane bully, but we'll have to see how that one ends up playing out. Nautilus can also be a bit of a lane bully. I think the one to really keep an eye on, though, is going to be the Eve pick, because that's a real sink or swim pick. They don't have much of a front line aside from the Nautilus, so if Eve gets ahead, she'll be real tough for FSR to deal with. But if she doesn't get ahead, she's not going to really be able to do too much. They don't have any squishy targets aside from the Varus. That Swain builds some HP. The Zwani and Aatrox are both going to be building HP. Braum just has a lot of base stats from his E and W. And we got to wait out this spectator delay while they drop in the game.
It's very interesting that in the second game, yes, it was the second game, that we didn't see a Nunu ban until just now. So we saw Nunu like twice already, but not this third time around. So Evelynn, I'm not too sure on the matchup between Evelynn and Sejuani, but I definitely know Evelynn is a really good assassin. But either way, I don't think Varus is going to be caught up that easily. I think Evelynn's going to most likely maybe try to kill Lods more, just because he doesn't have too much escapes, especially against a sneaky stealth kind of invade.
Yeah, definitely a tough team for the Eve to try to find a pick on, but if they can isolate that Aatrox in the side lane, they should be able to take him down. Between Jax is a sticky champion, can get on top of that Aatrox and it's hard to get rid of. So hopefully they can try to play towards that Eve's strong suit, but it will definitely be an uphill battle, I think.
Yeah, he's gonna have to throw in those punches up no matter what happens, but definitely we just saw Kitty Katarina play the Fiora. That was really dangerous. You're playing in an entirely safe side of your lane, but because of how aggressive Kitty went with Fiora, anything was a danger zone. Like, there was no safe zones at all. Kitty will dive you, Kitty would chase you down if you're halfway, Kitty will do anything and everything. And that was tough. Like, even at the late of the game as well, where Aatrox, it may look like, okay, he holds Fiora pretty well, but then with the Baron buff together, and then the damage, Lods almost lost his life, like, so fast he almost didn't even proc his World Ender in time. That's how much damage Kitty was doing on that Fiora last game. So seeing the Fiora banned out is good. Seeing the Nunu banned out is great. Ryze being banned out, I'm not sure. I mean, you don't know if it's broken if you haven't let it out loose yet. You get me? So maybe ban out other things that I've already played.
Shadow Mario is a Ryze one trick, so I imagine that they're taking that one away from him specifically. That's a target ban. I'm surprised that they did opt to ban out the Fiora. I know they struggled against it last game a little bit, but they seemed to punish it pretty well early game. They just they kept it down, but towards the end of the game, they kind of let him get out of control. But not sure that he'll fare too much better against Jax. Pretty similar playstyle. Takes a little while to ramp up, but once that Jax comes online, the Aatrox will really struggle to deal with him, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't have Sky's name on the casters that are casting the games tonight, but I have with me Sky. Sky Jax. Jax, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Jack, formerly Don't Know Jack, now Sky Jack. I will absolutely do my best not to be biased this game, but they are some of my teammates out on the field. That's why I know that Shadow Mario is a Rise one trick. Played with him for a while. Definitely a worthwhile target, man.
Okay, Rise one trick. I did not know that. That's actually pretty deadly. Like Rise one trick, yeah, I can see that being deadly as heck. Especially with the ult. If you know how to use the Rise ult, I mean, you're golden. Honestly, like you're a trophy case. You're the everything if you know how to use that Rise ult.
Yeah, the ult's definitely a tricky tool to learn how to use, but a deadly one if you can get it down. Looks like we got a pretty standard start coming out from both teams. 5 pointing. Well, no, it looks like FSR may be lining up for that invade.
Oh, are they? Let's see. No, I think they're defending, right? Is that defense? Because they already lost all their speed.
Yeah, it looks like they may have just stacked up for that counter invade, maybe expecting Sky to walk in with that Nautilus hook.
And I've seen this a couple of times too. This is a very worthwhile to wait and see what happens and get the upper hand on the enemy team. If Nautilus just walks up to the brush without throwing the anchor toss, then, you know, Nautilus, he can still potentially anchor toss on the terrain and get away. But if someone's behind him, you know, he's just gonna block it as well. So there's gonna be really not many escape for Horizon to get out. Does have flash, does have ignite, sure, but I don't think you want to use it that early in the game, because what I would do with Horizon and the Majestic Kiwi is probably try to get an early level 2 fight, because the lack of movement from the Varus and the Braum, especially when Braum does not have to stand by me when he gets his level 2.
Yeah, definitely a strong all-in lane with that Nautilus hook, the threat from that, the threat from the Tristana leap. They just have a lot of potential to get on top of the enemy bot lane. Definitely a good idea to stack there and look for the potential invade, but you also run the risk when you do that of allowing the enemy to get some topside vision on you, which Sky did not punish this game. Looks like we got Kitty Katarina going for a little bit of a trade there onto the Aatrox. Doesn't look like they're pushing too hard for that level 2 rush. Actually, FSR's bot lane hitting level 2 before the Tristana Nautilus.
Oh yeah, that's true. So since they're both even, I mean, just a little bit of poke. That auto attack from the Nautilus passive is great for the poking. Kitty Katarina has to be careful here. Takes up the entire Darkened Blade, but I don't think that matters. That Counter Strike did a lot of damage as well, but Kitty Katarina has to be careful. That Siege Wave is on it, but that still does not matter. First blood on top of Lards. And now Fluffy Buns gets the Never Move. Eye of the Empire does as much damage as possible. Has collected all soul shards. Not gonna be able to do too much there. Bichon, he's gonna try to get the kill on Narcolis, but Narcolis barely gets out alive as well.
Yeah, it was a good read from the Jax there, understanding that Aatrox's cooldowns are still up and able to flash in there for the kill. Looks like we got Bichon still looking for the invade. Maybe a little bit greedy here. Aatrox is back. Flashes out.
Oh, the flash is out. There goes the Bird Frost and the pullback from Fluffy Buns as well. The Love Lust is going to go down, but Bichon is not alive for the charm there. Shadow Mario is just going to scatter the weak, push off Fluffy Buns, but Fluffy Buns actually has both a red and blue buff. Would be worth if Shadow somehow can get the kill here. Everyone's going to dodge, and that's going to be the Ignite trade out, and that Shadow Mario coming out on top, getting both blue buff and red buff.
Looks like we got a lot of greed coming in from both sides. The greedy overstay on the invade from Bichon leads to him getting killed, handing over the doubles to the Swain, who proceeds to get greedy and stay in lane against the Syndra. Hand the doubles right back over. Buff transfer complete.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's what people say, right? Like, and I mean like toxic people, you know? Like normally when you give it away and then all of a sudden you see all chat, like, you know, buff transfer complete. It's just like son of a, you know, like.
Yeah, definitely a lot of greedy plays coming out from both sides there. At the end of the day, ended up. I would like to say it ended up in Sky's favor, but I don't think so. Looking at the gold total, they don't have that much of a gold advantage.
Yeah, I mean, you were here all 2 games or 3rd game through, right? Don't know, Jack. So
I saw the second game. I came in for the beginning of this game 2, but I did not see game 1.
all right, there's a bit of rivalry here. I bet Sky thought we were gonna get an easy 2-0, right? And then they lose out first game and things got serious. You know what I mean? Like, now Sky is gonna pull strings out here, okay? The tournament's free, no one's losing any money, but you know, only the winners get something out of it, and everyone wants to win here.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of bragging rights on the line as well. On top of the tournament prize. Looks like the FSR bot lane pushing the Sky bot lane back a little bit, forcing them off of some CS.
I think it's been like that. Like, Misguided Trust had always been above CS, but Kiwi always manages to come back no matter what. There goes the concussive blows. That's a full stack. But Horizon, though, he uses the shield just right on time, but the explosive charge is on someone else. It's on Red Score. Narcolis is coming down to the bot side. Majestic Kiwi does have flash, so does Horizon, and that is Narcolis sitting on the side. Is the rocket jump available? And yes, it is. So, but either way, Horizon takes the bait. Here comes Narcolis on the backside. Arctic Assault's gonna miss, but that does not matter. Frost is stacked up. Concussive flows for the full-on combo. The scatter the weak though, and the unleashed power gets blocked by Red Score. But does that even matter? Kiwi jumps over for the reset, gets a double kill, and that is gonna be Red Score barely surviving at the end there.
You know, they end up handing over a double kill onto the Tristana in exchange for a kill onto the Braum. Really not too worth for them.
Let's see if Bichon can get the kill onto Fluffy Buns here. That's going to be the pullback from Devious Flock and the combo with the Never move. Shadow Mario is making his way up. His level 6 above Fluffy Buns, but does not have the ult. So I think he's safe.
Yeah, Eve's starting to look a little desperate, possibly. Not really getting that snowball on early, and doesn't spell too much good news for her late game win condition. If she's not ahead, she's really going to struggle to get much done.
Speaking of not being ahead and struggling, what about the 26 farm on Fluffy Buns right now?
Yeah, ever since he ended up handing over those double buffs, I don't think he's really been able to touch the wave too well unless he's under his own tower. Ended up losing quite a bit of his lane momentum. Instead of resetting with those doubles and getting an item with his kill and walking back into lane, ended up costing himself quite a bit.
Because what ended up happening was the minions turned on both. Fluffy Buns thought, you know, I can kill Shadow. He doesn't have any mana. But that doesn't defy the fact that Shadow still has Burst, Flash, and Ignite. So...
yeah, the Ignite out from the early Ignite, I should say, coming out from Shadow Mario allowed him to really burn him down quickly if he I'm not sure if he's running Triumph, but definitely got that kill down, got the autos to stop coming out of Swain, managed to walk away with less than 50 health on that trade, but that's really all he needs.
Fluffy Buns. Oh, that is lost, and that's a 3-man gank. The Unleashed Power is going to go out, and that Ignite is ticking. I don't think there's any health going up, but yeah, Fluffy Buns is going to survive, but Shadow Mario, he's nowhere to be found right now. Bichon, he might be able to get in. That's going to be the Demon Flare, but Bichon gets the ult down onto the backside, and that's a great ult from Horizon as well. The Buster shot, one more hit for the explosive charge, and Red Score, even though his ADC is dead, he's going to beat down the Majestic Kiwi to the floor. Kitty Katarina next up on the chopping block here for Sky, but Red Score not yet done. That's gonna be the Love Dust as well. Bichon's gonna get the shutdown. Kitty Katarina, he's gonna sacrifice his death for the kill, but no one's gonna get that double buff.
the flash coming out from Eve to take down that Swain in the mid lane, and then the immediate rotation in the bot lane to clean up that fight. Really unfortunate. We've got both the initial kill on the Tristana and the shutdown gold. 600 gold going over to the Braum for both fights bot lane, while this Tristana just continues to suck up more gold out of the FSR bot lane.
You know, before I left, don't know Jack, I told you I went to go get water, right?
Yeah.
I left it downstairs. This is horrible. What's the
Speaking
goal?
of horrible, that CS lead's still not going anywhere for Syndra. Syndra's still 25 CS, 20 CS now, but 20 CS up and looking for another roam down onto this FSR bot lane.
Yeah, the blast cone is available. They do use it. Narcolis barely gets away. Does get hit by the Shatter of the Weak, or Scatter of the Weak, sorry. But, you know, too far to follow up and way too dangerous to follow up too. Misguided Trust does have Corrupting Chain. It is on cooldown, but, you know, if you're not keeping track of that ult, then you don't know when when it's ready for the ult, and that ult just does so much work in Varus. I mean, I used to one-trick Varus all the time just because of that Corrupting Chain ult.
Yeah, real potent ultimate. Rather low cooldown for how high impact it is. Champion quite popular currently in competitive play because of that. Looks like we got an all-in coming in here.
Yeah, Bishan does not have to sneak into the brush at all, but Horizon's taking up a lot of damage. That's gonna be the ult, but it's blocked by Renascore actually. Mitigated so much damage. Question marks are being pinged out. I bet that was because Shadow maybe have left the screen for a little bit, but either way, that 3v3, I mean, nothing happened. Horizon almost gets taken out due to the focus. Renascore is still here. Nautilus gonna use that Oracle's Lens. Wanting to get the re-engage, not gonna happen.
Yeah, we were just talking about how high impact that Corrupting Chains is, and then Misguided Trust turns around and whiffs it. Real important ultimate that you can't afford to miss in those fights.
Here goes a Winter's Bite. Narcolis is going to 1v1 Bishan. Bishan does not have ult, so that's actually going to be a huge trouble there. Out of the Empire. Wow, Bishan's going to dodge it too. That's really nice. Maybe I would have probably hit the dragon with that. Oh, that's a Glacial Fissure from Renascore. All of a sudden, Flash is available for Misguided Trust, but no follow-up for that third proc of the concussive blows onto Horizon.
Still got both junglers hanging around bot side, really looking for this. This bot lane has quite a bloodbath going on, constant fighting. Both junglers hanging around trying to get a piece of that, I think.
I think only because of the Ocean Drake too. Like, there's an objective down at the bot side, and your bot lane, if you can get Kiwi to be ahead of the game, he's gonna be able to carry the team. Like, Majestic Kiwi is a man you can count on to carry.
Yeah, if that Tristana can get ahead in the early game and transition that lead well through the mid, that late game Tristana is just really untouchable, especially for the team comp FSR is running. They've got nobody to get on top of her. With that late game passive capping out, the range she'll have, they just won't have a way to take her down in those team fights.
I also think it's because of the builds as well. Varus is going to go for the Blade of the Rune King, and speaking of blades, look at this Darkened Blade here from Lods. Lods is going to get counter strikes here. Glacial Prison for the follow-up is going to try to get the kill. The World Ender is procced up, so Kitty Katarina does not have a choice here. Had to wait out the ult. Lods is still pretty much near death here. Bishan could get the kill. And as I was saying, I think, hold on, I think Bishan's trying to get in. No, he can't. As I was saying, two different builds. Varus, Blade of the Rune King, Gosu's Rage Blade. I don't know what else after that. I don't play this game too much anymore. I just pay attention to items, but not even I know about the items there on the build. And Tristana goes crit. So a crit Tristana is definitely going to outscale the Varus.
Yeah, those late game crit items have a lot of potency, and that on hit build does well in the mid game, but the later you get into the game, the more that Varus will start to struggle in those team fights. Won't have the DPS output that Tristana can keep up.
Oh, there goes the ult on top of Lodge. Lodge does get the Infernal Chains, but it's going to hit onto Horizon. Lodge is going to use the Umbrella Dash, but it's going to go nowhere. Flash is not available. We just used it to kill Kitty Katarina, and this is actually revenge there. The triple gang up onto the one target there, devious block and the never move, and Mario is actually going to take some turret shots, but Scare of the Week is going to put Fluffy Buns back up towards under the tower. Still has Flash. That Burning Rage is up, and there goes the Corrupting Chains like I mentioned before. Does a lot of damage. Kiwi Kid almost gets away. That's a nice sidestep, but Rediscore still lands the Winter's Bite at the end there.
Yeah, it's a good punish. The Tristana walked too far up there, lands the Corrupting Chains. The Tristana nearly gets away, but Braum managing to take her down. Unfortunately, once again, more gold going over to the Braum. We got a 3-1 Braum side by side with a 0-2 Varus. But it is good that they did manage to take that Tristana down and punish her for walking too far up alone.
It was also well said, Jack, that you said that the mid game is good on Varus and Tristana is going to be better on the late game. But if you try to get Tristana to get into the mid game with late game items, then, you know, Varus is irrelevant throughout the entire game. But there here comes Bishan though. It's going to use up the Rift Herald, and actually, I didn't even know he got the Rift. Like, the first time I'm seeing this right now. I must have gotten distracted when I was trying to look for my water bottle and just noticed it was downstairs. But here we go, the Rift, getting ready for the charge up. Fluffy Buns is over the wall. It's going to do a couple of damage here onto Kitty Katarina. Katarina's going to jump over the wall, picking up a new ward, and it's going to bounce over again with the flash this time. Rediscore is going to get the stand by me. Hits the shot on Bishan. Bishan is caught up. He can't go anywhere and gets shut out by Fluffy Buns.
Yeah, I didn't notice them picking up the Rift Herald either. They ended up taking the top lane tier 1 with it, but Bishan going down once again, greeting a little bit of an overstay.
Ooh, lots of damage here from Fluffy Buns, and actually Narcolis is going to get jumped on here, but Lots is on his way. Rocket Jump is not available. Infernal Chains is going to probably pull back Majestic Kiwi, but he just walks out of range from that pullback. But either way, here comes the build-up for the Permafrost. Narcolis has to be careful. Horizon uses the Anchor Toss to get away, but nothing gets away from this Aatrox at all. That's going to be a takedown, and Shadow Mario trying to get away. Glacial Fisher once again is going to get sidestepped, but this time by Shadow Mario. But either way, Demon Flare is available, not being procced up yet, but the never move for the last hit gets the kill.
Yeah, looks like we've got a little bit of overstay coming out from pretty much every single member of Sky. They're getting caught repeatedly by, you know, fights that they just can't win. They're getting outnumbered in mid lane and bot lane. Even though it was a 2v2 bot lane, when you got the jungler and top laner against the AD carry and support, this early in the game, when you're running a late game scaling hyper carry, they just can't win that 2v2. And letting the support and mid laner 2v1 the ooh, flash coming in from Bishan takes down the free kill double kill.
Oh, double kill! That was a hell of a play. Oh, Dono Jack, I hit the fast forward button, by the way, all the way.
Did you?
Yep.
Let's see.
That was a great play. I mean, can someone clip that? That was a great play. Bishan, yeah, he flashed for 1 kill. So what? It was a shutdown kill. Potentially, shutdowns, you get like close to 1,000 gold. So that's very much worth. He's gonna leave with 1,400 in his pockets right now.
Yeah, really, like I mentioned earlier, he needed to look for that snowball, needed to look for some way to really get himself online, and he seems to have found it. Picks up 2 kills there, and now he's looking at being 5-2, going into the mid game as a strong assassin.
Horizon trying to play really aggressive there. Used the flash, trying to get the kill, was not able to at all. But good attempt, you know, good attempt for a good cause. I mean, who was it on? It was on Rediscore. He's 3-1, so if he dies, that's another shutdown gold, and it's on a support too. I mean, not as important, but the amount of gold that you get off of Rediscore's head right now is still pretty dang good.
Yeah, quite a big bounty on him. Looks like Sky picking up the Ocean Drake. First Drake going down at 18 minutes into the game. Have a pretty late first Drake take in this game. will also be dropping that first tier 1 tower. Tristana left alone on it, so it does Tristana things and just obliterates it real quick.
Oh, that's another thing to look at too. Like, the Tristana build is going to definitely out-siege Varus, and Lodge is going to get caught out here. Does have flash, but looks like it's going to be Bichon as in trouble. It's going to be forced to flash away. Devious block from Fluffy Buns onto the backside, and Shadow Mario is going to go down. Demon Flare is about to be procced up, and yes, it does, and Bichon forced to back off. The Never Move's going to miss. And that's a double kill for Fluffy Buns as he continues to chase down the Evelynn onto the top side. But here comes the bot laners though. The duo from Sky is heading towards the top side, and Renskor, he's gonna get caught up here. He thought Evelynn was just a juicy target to not give up on, but seems like Bichon is gonna get killed off because of the Ignite though. And Kiwi, he has 2 targets and he's stuck in between both of them, but Fluffy Buns can't get away. There goes the flash. The Never Move is gonna actually snare him up, but that's a good anchor toss, and Renskor is gonna go up on the front. It's gonna actually block the attacks there, but no, Fluffy Buns turns around and gets killed.
Yeah, looked like they may get out without a loss there, but ended up turning back around into him.
Yeah, Majestic Kiwi, oh man, he just sat there, he gave up. He threw his keyboard at the wall. He's done.
A lot of lack of vision starting to show from Sky here. They keep getting caught in these fights they think they can win and walk away from. But that first fight, they didn't see the Swain walking in, and Shadow Mario got 80%ed by the Swain before he could even see him. And they turned what they thought was a 3v2 in their favor into a 3v2 against them. And then when their bot lane tried to show up, clean up the fight, they didn't have vision, only ended up taking down 1, really, because the Swain turned back around into them when he didn't need to. And they didn't see the FSR bot lane walking around to clean them up.
I mean, we already saw Fluffy Buns give up the red and blue buff, like the double buff already, so why wouldn't he walk back in, right? Like, just one mistake after another. Either way though, he's doing good. He's doing good, even though he had a harsh beginning in the lane phase. He's still up on top there. Rod of Ages, Zanya's, Magic Boots. He's good so far.
Yeah, a bit of a concerning CS deficit on the side of the Sky AD carry. He's actually 70 CS behind the Varus. That's quite a bit of gold, despite the fact that he's up 2 kills on the Varus. He's actually down 1.5 thousand gold.
Horizon gonna get caught out here. Frost is gonna get the stun. Scatter over the weak is not gonna do too much there, but Kiwi, he's gonna have to try to get out, but that's gonna be lodged with the flash follow along with Fluffy Buns and the Demon Flare for the finish there on top of Shadow Mario. But I strongly believe Forsaken Rampage are just too much of a bloodlust here. Just objectives first, you know. Bichon is on the side. He could clear up the next wave if he wants to, or if he can. Kitty Katarina is going to catch on to Renskor. Renskor does not care. He's going to use the Unbreakable, mitigate all the damage as possible. Bichon is still on the backside. I think they're going to try to go for the pincer move here, but oh, that's going to be a dead. No, he doesn't die. That's going to be a flash. Nukarlis is going to go back on in. Bichon does not have flash of his own as well, so he's going to get caught out here. No ult as well. Renskor is going to get the turnaround here out to Kitty Katarina. That's going to be the Hail of Arrows, but no, it's going to be the combination of the ward and the leap strike. But either way, here comes the continuous chase from Rampage. Doesn't seem like they're going to be able to continue that at all.
Yeah, Sky getting caught out repeatedly there. One catch leading to another. Really surprised they didn't opt for the FSR, didn't opt for the Baron. Seemed like it would be pretty free. The only reason that I can think of that they would decide not to is, looks like we got Horizon getting caught out again with Kiwi this time.
That is a surprise gank here from Rampage right now. They sat in that brush. It was not warded up, and Nautilus didn't even bother to throw the anchor toss first right in. Just decided to walk up dead into the darkness there. Horizon is dead. Kiwi was forced to escape. Corrupting Chains and Glacial Prison used up. That could have been a real easy kill there as well. I believe Rampage has a lot of gold in their pocket.
Yeah, they do. The VAR is sitting on about 2,000. Every other member except for the Braum sitting on about 1.5 thousand. A lot of gold to spend and cash in, leading to about a 4,000 gold lead, 4,500 gold lead from FSR. Looks like we got a Baron Rush call coming out from Sky. See if they can DPS this down before FSR realizes what they're doing. The Vision of Empire gonna catch him, check him out. Can they stop them? It doesn't looks like they'll be able to just take this down before FSR can stop them. They do.
Yeah, Baron goes down, but Bishan does not have flash, but the ult is still available. Lods is going to go over the wall by himself. The World Ender is still procced up here, and I don't think Rampage is going to be able to get any follow-up here as Forsaken is just going to have to go for more or different objectives for now. Clear up the waves, push up the waves, and also get this potentially Dragon take as well.
Yeah, it was a smart call from Sky to punish the reset and the overstay from FSR. They reset everyone at once instead of piece by piece. Ended up leading to a free Baron for Sky, but even with that, Sky's still down 3,000 gold, giving up an Earthdrake as well after they reset for the Baron. They may have to use this Baron buff just to stay in the game. It depends on whether they can avoid getting caught out again like they have been for the past 5 minutes or so.
Yep, Sky is definitely holding on, especially with that Baron take. So this early game or mid game is gonna go to the late game for sure, which is what you mentioned before, Dono Jack, and what I thought of as well. That this Tristana is gonna pop off. Like, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, hopefully we can see the Tristana really start to take things over in the late game. They definitely need to up their vision control. Unfortunately, they have not done a good job of keeping defensive wards up, and that's led to those picks that have been hindering them so much. But if they can get that straightened out and play around that Tristana, she should be able to carry them through that this back half of mid game into the late game.
And Jax is also going to grow stronger. I mean, we just saw Lods right there just backing off entirely. He should have an upper hand just by... Actually, he has no gold lead, so yeah, Kitty Katarina able to do a counter pressure against Lods, and if no one saves or goes down to Lods before a little too late, then Lods is going to lose his life, and then it's going to be a really hard push or split protection here for the side of Forsaken Rampage. But definitely this Baron take is heating things up just so fast.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Jax is sitting on about 1,600 gold right now. That is a completed Titanic Hydra that he needs to go back and pick up. And without it, I'm not really sure that he can fight that Aatrox in a 1v1. So until he gets that, he won't be able to put down too much split pressure, really just be able to push waves and hope that his team can manage to get some of that Tristana siege off.
Should he, should Kitty Katarina stay for as long as possible so to pick up 2 items instead of just 1?
Really, I think he just needs to use his Baron buff all the way through, wait for Baron to expire, and then they can reset, or he can start to reset once Baron is up. But if he resets now, he really kills not only his pressure, but his team's pressure, and wastes a lot of that Baron buff, which is most likely why he's not resetting.
And I believe Misguided Trust is going for a Guardian Angels. I mean, the BF sword can't go to the Storm Razor. It's a bit too late. The IE, there's nothing to scale with IE, and you know, Guardian Angels seems like the best choice right now. Go in without fear. If your target, let the enemy team target you. You will die, but their resources are going to go down. But speaking of resources going down, Majestic Kiwi is going to get taken out, and also the Nautilus on the follow-up there. This is bad.
Yep, that's more of that lack of vision starting to show for Sky. They are sieging a turret with no side vision at all. The pink ward sitting in the raptor bush. Swain getting cut out here by the Eve.
Oh man, yeah, Swain's gonna die there. And here's a 3-man push. It was supposed to be a 1-3-1 at the moment that they killed the bot lane duel for the side of Sky. But instead, you know, Fluffy Buns gets a bit greedy there. Lands the never move, thought, yeah, I have you, Shadow. But instead, Shadow Just one flash, gets out. Evelyn, Bishan also used this flash too to get over the wall to get the kill on top of Fluffy Bun. So now it is 4 members here down the mid. Nautilus is on his way. Horizon is now finally here, but here comes a follow. That's Majestic Kiwi to scatter the weak on 3. Unleash power onto the Barons, and Narclis, he's trying to run away, but I don't think he can, because that's the flash for Kitty Katarina. Saving it just at the end, picks up a double kill, and here comes a full 5-man push down the mid.
Yep, that greed for that inhib ended up leading to a bit of an overstay of the Tristana reset party from the Braum onto the Varus. Varus just getting exploded by the Syndra there. Once again, more greed coming out from FSR. Seems like this game might end up being decided by which team greeds the hardest.
Lod's not going to be able to defend the mid. Fluffy Buns is back alive. He died a lot earlier. He was not part of that 3-man charge down the mid against Sky. But out of the way, Forsaken Rampage, though, they lose out their first inhibitor of their base. But they still opened up the inhib on the side of Sky. So potentially, it's still anyone's game.
Yeah, absolutely. The game is far from over, but that inhib going down will still be down for a couple of minutes when both Baron and Dragon spawn. It is an Earth Dragon, so probably not too high of a priority. I imagine that when Baron comes up, we'll be seeing Sky trying to set up and posture around that.
I think that's the thing that sucks when you don't play like a really high damage jungle and a tank jungler. Bishan can go out on his own and take the drag by himself. Narclis, he could do the same thing, but it takes a while to take down the dragon, and you know, knowing how long it takes to get the dragon as a tank, it's just, you know, the enemy team is going to be able to just swarm around you in time, for sure. So there's just no way in hell Narclis is going to be able to go down to the bot side and pick up the dragon by himself. Bishan is going to be able to do so for his teammates. His teammates can definitely add up the pressure around the map, or even that. Kitty Katarina can do that himself as well, so.
Yeah, it is a 15-second difference between the Dragon and Baron spawn timer. I imagine that we'll see Sky try to posture for the Dragon. That Earth Dragon will help them take the Baron that much faster. And I imagine they'll trade their Baron vision control for that Dragon. Like you said, Eve can solo that Dragon. Looks like he's taking care of that right now, already on it as it spawns.
Yeah, with a little bit of help here from Kitty, but it wasn't necessary. But either way, I'm looking at the IE Stormrazor Rapid Fire Cannon build right now. That's going to be the teleport from Kitty Katarina there. It's going to split everyone out of that Baron pit. They did have the permanent ward from the Scuttle. It was not able to take it down. Majestic's playing really safe here, noticing that he got cut out last time, so does not want to get cut out now. But either way, Horizon might be the Lod's targets, and ooh, there goes Kitty Katarina. It's going to get hit by the Winter Spy, and a good counter-strike to get the stun onto 2. Glacial Fisher's going to whip on Shadow. Mario is going to also dodge the Glacial Prison, and also missing everywhere left and right on the side of Rampage, but it does not matter. Fluffy Bun's in the middle of everything. That's going to be the Science. The Demon Flare charging up. The Soul Shards are not max, but he still gets the kill. But that does not matter. Bishan's going to pick up 2. Kiwi's going to pick up 1. Renascore is the only one alive, and he's just a Braum support. No damage, no nothing. And against what? A Jax with Guardian Angels, Shadow, Bishan, and Nautilus. And that, everyone, is GG.
Yep, that Eve taking that lead, really doing something with it. The Eve and Jax just managing to effectively 2v3 the back line there. The Swain forced both the Syndra and the Tristana off, but it didn't matter. Sky just able to walk it down mid lane after winning that big team fight.
Sky have made it to the finals. I don't want to say with too much with ease, but they definitely had short games. And honestly, I want to say that that's a good game right there. Forsaken Rampage definitely put Sky on their heels or on their toes. I don't know, heels or toes. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, you know, Sky were way too comfortable off the beginning, and you know that's what led to Forsaken Rampage's first win, because they were underestimated, and then Sky just respected that. And even when Sky went all out at the end there, Forsaken still fought back.
Yeah, the game was absolutely not one-sided. It was pretty back and forth all game long. Looked like Sky was on their back heels for quite a while there, really struggling to close that game out. Kept getting caught, a couple of picks there in the mid game where I thought it may go the way of FSR, but they ended up turning it around, playing together. Got a couple of picks, got a couple of really good team fights, punished a couple overstays, and managed to close it out.
Oh man, that was insane. I don't think we do interviews, right? It's just a tournament. It's just
Yeah, just for this. This is just a night tournament, so usually no. Did have quite the performance despite the 3 and 4 KD from Shadow Mario showing up big on the damage charts. 25,000 damage in a 32-minute game, about 800 damage per minute. Pretty high up there.
yes.
Sky actually was down in kills when they ended the game, 23-22 in FSR's favor for kills.
Yeah, kills on the score. I mean, I feel like some people, not some people, mainly solo, they just like give up, but it's not ever the kills. Like you gotta look around as well. Like how many dragons do you have? How many towers have you taken down? Do you have any barons? Did you get rift? And you know, you gotta think about all that other stuff. How's your farm too? Because kills don't matter too much. I mean, there's shutdown kills now to give out not just bonus XP, but also bonus gold, and that's your way back into the game. Like, don't worry about the kill score. Worry more about what's warded, what's not. Should we enter through this vision? Or if it's not warded, then we have to play it careful. We gotta group up. We gotta play the team game. That's exactly what you gotta do. You gotta play the team game. Don't play the team game, then yeah, that's how you fall. But definitely scores did not matter. Doesn't matter if Rampage had more kills. The end result is that that Sky was able to win it through thick and thin, all in all.
Yeah, I actually believe that Sky managed to win that last team fight with a gold deficit. Working with less gold there, but as those champions, like we mentioned before, the Tristana, the Jax, the Eve being ahead, all managed to really bring that damage in the last team fight. Really allow them to that and the teamwork that they had managed to play that team fight really well and bring out the win despite having the deficit there.
All right, so let's go ahead and close this out, Dono Jack. So right now, I want to say this once and foremost while there's still people here, and I'd like to thank you all for staying, by the way. But hear me out, my quick announcement. This is a bi-weekly Friday, so not the next Friday, but the Friday after that will be not me, not Jack, Kiba underscore lol, or DXZ Kiba on the Nightfall Discord. He will be hosting it. He will be announcing it as well. To see how many teams want to join in. Is there any limits on the teams? No, there's not so far. I think Kiba wants like 1,000 teams in this tournament, single elimination, and then best of 3 at the finals. It's sort of like a battle fight thing, but without using the battle fight. Like I mentioned before, battle fight, yeah, sure, it's cool, it's good, but there's really not much community work or talk there. I mean, the Nightfall community is great community. Come and join us. Go on the general chat. We also run other leagues as well. At the same time, we have, I believe the Chrome League is going free right now. So there's like LCS kind of experience leagues here. And it's affordable too. If you want to go for the higher rankings, there's affordable prices as well. If you can't afford it, then free leagues that you can join up on. But either way, this has been Dono Jack and MightyRai here casting. Thank you for joining me, Dono Jack, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. Pleasure to be here.
And it was a pleasure to be here and to have an audience with all of you. Thank you all for showing up tonight, watching our games. I'd like to thank you all so much. Catch us all next Friday, not this next Friday, but the Friday after that, 2 weeks from now on Friday. And if you don't catch us 2 weeks from now on Friday, catch us on the weekdays. There are some games that go on the well, they are scheduled, and if you haven't hit that follow, go ahead and hit that follow up button. And once we go live, go ahead and click that live and watch these games go on as well. So I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you and good night, and also have a safe and awesome weekend, everyone.